yes, you beautiful people, a very good morning. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday, as I've just discovered 3 seconds ago. High five, everybody.
Welcome to your Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite a Tuesday. It's star-studded lineup indeed. I can't believe it. We've been asking you to tune in on this specific day.
We have.
Tuesday, the 13th of September.
November.
You know what? Of November.
Can I say, because he is the reason you need to stick around with us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
This is why.
This is why.
1, 2, 3. Callum Scott is in the studio! Unbelievable. Great to have you here, man. I hope he's going to be enjoying his time on our Feel Good Breakfast Show and, of course, sharing beautiful music. Cannot wait.
Man, it's going to be such an amazing show today. We've also got Mboma Hawks, Global TV actress. She is just an incredible performer, and I can't wait to have her in the studio. It's going to be beautiful.
Very exciting. And then, of course, it's not just any Tuesday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Tuesday Tunes with our very own Katlego. So
no pressure.
You have the power to choose the song that this man needs to sing a little later. So just head on over to our social media pages. What a day for Tuesday Tunes.
All the pressure.
All the pressure.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fine.
We've got a nice selection today, and I hope that you enjoy the song.
Awesome, man. Can't wait for it. Go check it out. We'll put a poll up for you on Facebook and Twitter as well. Go get your votes in right now. And then to sweeten the deal for your Tuesday, we have indulgent, decadent, chocolate ganache brownies. How does that sound?
Sounds amazing.
I had to kind of just dig in there.
Yeah. Almost like yesterday's vegan balls. The most delicious
vegan balls ever. Yes, that was amazing. But we're going to complement that now with your chocolate ganache indulgent brownies.
All right, listen, let's get this day underway, shall we? Let's take a look at the headlines of the morning. Look who's back. Leanne is back in the studio. Unbelievable.
Thank you so much, Steve, and good morning to you at home. So good to be back. Let's take a look at what's happening in the news. In the national news this morning, 3 young men found guilty of the rape and murder of Stellenbosch University student Hannah Cornelius have each received 2 life sentences in the High Court in Cape Town. A 4th accused convicted of kidnapping and armed robbery received a 22-year sentence. After an almost 5-year delay, the Randburg Magistrates Court has launched an inquest into the murder of Rwandan President Paul Kagame's former spy master, Colonel Patrick Karegeya. He was found dead in a plush hotel in Johannesburg's upmarket Sandton suburb on New Year's Day 2014. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwe has invited bids for its state-owned airline as President Emmerson Mnangagwa's government pushes ahead with a drive to privatize and end state funding to loss-making firms. Only 3 of Air Zimbabwe's planes are operational, with another 3 grounded. And then finally, a Vietnamese-Australian woman accused of placing sewing needles in strawberries in a high-profile sabotage case was motivated by spite. A court in Brisbane heard yesterday the maximum prison term for contaminating goods in Australia was recently raised to 15 years. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news headlines. I'll have another bulletin for you at 6:30, but here's our first look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Thanks very much, Leanne. Great to have you back with the team. Let's take a look at the latest sporting headlines. Now, the Proteas women's cricket team beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in St. Lucia this morning to claim their first win of the ICC World T20. In football news, the South African Football Association have confirmed that Bafana Bafana will take on Paraguay in Durban next week, Tuesday, for the 2018 Nelson Mandela Challenge. And finally, world number 1 Novak Djokovic got his ATP Finals campaign in London off to a winning start as he beat American John Isner in straight sets yesterday. And that's a roundup of the major sporting headlines.
Right, let's quickly take a first look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Tuesday morning, and what a feel-good Tuesday it is as well. We have also asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. And a big thank you to Alan Rudnicki. Good morning, Alan, who sent us this beautiful skyline overlooking Table Mountain from Table View in the Western Cape, My Valley. Thank you very much, Alan. Enjoy your day. You can expect partly cloudy conditions with a slight breeze traveling around 15 kilometers per hour and reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Your temperatures, though, for today is Polokwane starting off on 22, reaching a high of 41, scorching hot in Polokwane. Mbolenhle 12.27, Pretoria 18.34, Johannesburg 16.33, Mahikeng 20 minimum this morning, reaching a high of 36. Klerksdorp also very hot, 20.36, Kimberley 20.38, Bloemfontein 17.36, Richards Bay starting off on 19, reaching a high of 28. Pietermaritzburg 16:31, Durban 20:26. Mthatha also very, very hot, 16:38. East London 17:26. Cradock 13 and a high of 40 degrees. Port Elizabeth 15:23. George 14:20. Sutherland 12 and a high of 27. Cape Town 16:21. Worcester 12:29. Springbok 11:30. And Uppington also very, very hot, 22 and a high of 41 degrees. And that's a wrap of your weather for the 6 o'clock bulletin. It seems like very hot temperatures can be expected in some parts of South Africa. Take care, stay in the shade, drink lots of water. We'll bring you another update in terms of your weather and your temperatures a little bit later on.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
All right, it's week 4 of the Matric final exams, and today the learners will be writing paper 2 of languages, home languages. They're writing Sepedi, they're writing Sesotho, they're writing Setswana, Xitsonga, Tshivenda, as well as consumer studies and hospitality studies.
That's right. Well, I did hospitality studies back in my day. So if I was back in Matric, I would have been writing today. So all the best of luck to our matriculants writing. And of course, we want to test just... Can I test your knowledge on consumer studies? Yes, on consumer studies. So the question we have for you this morning is, what is a possible advantage of genetically modified food? Is it A, healthier because no chemicals have been used? B, no negative impact on the soil? C, more people can be fed? Or D, no antibiotics are used?
Oh, my word. Well, that is a difficult one, and I didn't take consumer studies, but if I had to guess, I think B.
B. So you said no negative impact on the soil. I think that is to a certain degree, but the most correct answer is in fact C. More people can be fed with a genetically modified food.
Oh, would I have gotten like half a mark there?
I don't know.
Oh well, all our best wishes to our matrics, and hopefully whatever it is that you're writing and all the answers you're giving this morning when you write your papers is that you're not giving half answers and as a result not getting half marks. All the best.
Well, good luck for today.
Yeah, quite a tough question there.
That was a tough one, because you chose B. I heard you.
I said B, yeah, I did. I thought B was the right answer as well. But anyway, listen, welcome back, eh?
It's so good to be
You
back.
are looking...
Just bring it in here.
Snap! Just for all this... Huh?
And I'm also very poor, because the pound.
Well, pound for pound, the best wrestlers are in WWE 2K19, which is our game review with Gareth Woods after the break.
Exactly, and then the one, the only, Callum Scott is in the house, and we can't wait to hear more from him after the break. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Voted best courier in South Africa for over 10 years, at Globe Flight, our approach is to simply keep our word. When the quality of our courier service was certified ISO 9001 compliant, it only confirmed what Globe Flight customers already know, that from domestic same day to international air freight, Globe Flight delivers smiles 24/7, 365.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's a Tuesday, a fun one, a mad one of music here on Expresso this morning, and it's good to have you back.
It's so good to be
It's good to have you back.
Oh my goodness.
It's really good to have you back.
Phone home. I love it. Okay, so we need to check out what's happening on social media this morning. We've got the one, the only, make some noise, Callum Scott in the house. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But first, we are just on social media. He's not with us at the moment, in this moment here. We want to know from you, of course, on social media, do you have any questions for Callum Scott? Because it's not just about us, it's about you as well. Samkelo says, good morning, with you until 9. Thank you, Samkelo. I wouldn't want it any other way. Yes. Donovan says, hope he loves our beautiful country. Spiwe says, hey, Expresso, super excited. Ramachone says, my question for him is, how does he manage to keep himself motivated and inspired to write and sing? We're going to jot that one down and make sure we ask Callum Scott that one a little bit later on.
That's right. Well, while you get your questions through for Callum Scott, Ewan is back in the ring, but this time it's Gareth Woods who's bringing all the action in WWE 2019. Check it out.
Well, let me tell you, I am super excited for our gaming this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're back with Gareth Woods, our gaming expert. And in this case, we're back in the ring as well with the WWE 2019. Gareth, lucky to have you, my brother.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Man, wrestling, obviously, we know that it's taken the world by storm. We love it. It's got a huge following. And now we can look forward to a brand new WWE release, man. This is it. So what's happening?
Yeah, so...
Are you walking in?
Yeah, I'm doing my walk-in. I think this is the... Yeah, so this... I'm Hunter S. Helmsley, and you, of course, I can't even remember you chose.
I chose John Cena.
John Cena.
Of course. You know, but the thing is, I sat here for a good, like, 5-10 minutes just trying to work my way through all the characters that you can play, eh?
Okay, so let's skip this. Let's get to the action. As you can see, like, crowd animations. It looks just so legit. And
oh, my goodness.
And even the graphics. They got, like, the facial animations, everything.
Look,
like,
I don't know. Have you played this before?
I've played it a little bit.
Get up, dude. Get up. Don't do that.
So R2 is to counter. I can't obviously coach you live on here, but I mean, it's...
Can you just give me a chance?
Okay, cool.
Can you just give me a chance? Because he's hurt his wrist now.
Cool. So while you work out what's happening, I'll just talk about the game.
Okay, tell me what's new. What's new with this one?
So, I mean, I haven't played too many of the previous ones, but what I have been really impressed with this one so far is just the hyper-realism. I mean, as you can see, it's like... I mean, I can attack the ref if I want. Like, if he gets in the way, whoopsie, you know? And now if I knocked you down, he wouldn't be available to do the count.
Did I just climb out the ring?
Yeah,
why did I just climb out the ring?
If you want to play chicken, that's fine. You can hang out there. I can taunt you.
Okay, now how do I get back in the ring?
All right, press L1 and then your direction key. There we go.
Okay. Well, so, good entry. I just wanted to...
Oh, there we go. He's learned.
I did something.
He's learned. So now it's got to try and counter you. There we go. It's all about timing with the counters. So the other thing I was saying is...
John Cena, what's wrong with you, man?
It's obviously hyper-real in terms of all the moves.
Is that even legal?
Everyone's got their signature moves. Let's go to the top rope here, see if we can land this. It's a bit far.
Get up!
Too far. Nothing. So anyway, I was saying it's kind of hyper-real. Oh, he's going for the pin already. Let's see. Oh, just missed it.
No, I cancelled it because I don't want it to be over just yet.
Okay, thanks for sparing me. Anyway, like I was saying, there's so many different ways to play.
Oh.
So you said you saw the characters. I mean, there were hundreds and hundreds to choose from, male and female. Then there... Oh, I just missed that.
Yeah, dude. Okay, well, this is great because, I mean, great career mode options in here as well.
So one thing that was great, I created my own character, and you play through the storyline of him making it through, like, the indie scene, and then, you know, traveling to Mexico to take on some of the luchadors. Yeah, there's really just a whole bunch of different ways to play as he climbs through the ranks. While the rest's not looking, let's just do some, like, dirty moves here.
Oh, that was right on the elbow.
Let's see if I can get one of these holds.
Oh, well, listen. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the controls just yet. Okay, what's R? What's R? No. Okay. Yeah, you won. Listen, dude.
Does help to know the controls.
It's absolutely impossible to chat and play at the same time.
It is really difficult.
Let's talk about the showcase mode here, man. What can we expect?
Let's going through some of the highlights. You can see really, like, they make it feel like you're part of the action. I mean, there's everyone's, like, animations as you walk on, as you saw the... I'm just going to exit to show you some of the options you got. They really try to make it like you're watching the TV show. So there's original artists in terms of the music. You can play... thing we're going through here, you can play a 5-man, 6-man, 8-man, handicap match, Royal Rumble, tournament. There are a whole bunch of different ways to play. What I was really impressed by these showcase matches, where what it does is it takes someone's almost career story and you play some of the key highlights in their career.
Oh, wow.
But you try and recreate some of the moments. So, for example, I was playing as one of the characters, and he had a fight against John Cena where you got him in an arm lock. So you need to try and recreate that moment in the game to score extra points. So you can obviously just win the fight normally, but if you can win it the same way, you get kind of extra points.
But I mean, in turn, I mean, if you haven't been following wrestling or WWE, I mean, this is still a great game to play. You get into it, but I'm sure it also would help or add to the experience if you are a big fan.
Of course. If you're a fan, then obviously this is all comes to life. I haven't watched wrestling since pretty much the late 90s when it was super popular when I was at school. But I mean, like you can create your own character, you can create his movesets, you can go in and decide like, I want him to be able to do this, you know, this suplex or this slam, whatever. You can set all that sort of stuff. You can set the intro music, you can set how they come onto stage, what dance move they do when they win, how they taunt the crowd when they're losing.
My goodness. So the customization options are endless.
Yes, I mean, here are some of the previously made ones, but you can go and, you know, choose any of these superstars, recreate. I mean, look at how many hundreds of characters there are.
If I see it on the flip side, if you don't know anything about WWE and you're going to be playing this, you're going to gain a lot of knowledge.
I've learned a heck of a lot just in the week or so that I've been playing.
Dude, this is great, man. Let's set up a little bit of another match here.
Okay,
let me try and focus for once. But, I mean, let us know, are you excited for this one? WWE 2019. That's what we have for you on your gaming this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Okay, let's do a 2-on-2. So you want to join me on my team?
Okay.
Okay, and choose a character.
Well, it's a truly special day indeed. That's why we put the setting of the scene outside among the clouds while it's chilled. Because Callum Scott is in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Neighbors, yo, Callum Scott's here, okay? Dude, good to have you on our Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
And this on your last day.
On my last day before I go back to the UK,
In South Africa. Oh my goodness. Okay, listen, so what we're going to do is we're going to take 60 seconds to get to know you over a rapid series of questions. You just answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Comes to mind, okay.
Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Oh, start the clock. If you could invite 3 celebrities over for dinner, who would they be?
Oh, Tom Hanks, Adele, and you.
Oh, my man! If you owned your own restaurant, what kind of food would you serve?
I would serve all the meats. Brazilian barbecue vibes.
Oh, what's your favorite meal?
Italian. It's gotta be Italian.
Your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, mint chocolate.
Yeah? The most used app on your phone?
The crying laughter face.
Which one do you prefer, bad breath or smelly armpits?
Oh my god. Smelly armpits?
The last album you bought?
Childish Gambino.
Your celebrity crush?
Chris Hemsworth.
The most important object you own?
My first ever watch that my mum bought me.
Bread, pasta or potatoes?
Bread.
Bread? All right. we sometimes make it freshly baked here at the studio.
You say sometimes, that means that it's
just not today.
Great. Great.
Dude, it's, as I said, great to have you here. Lots of fans of yours around the studio, around the country. You've had a great tour performing in Johannesburg, Durban, and Cape Town. Well, this is your first time. Thank you very much, Miss Princess.
Thank you.
Would you like a tea or coffee?
I would love a coffee.
Yeah, how about this? This is yours right now.
It's beautiful, thank you very much.
What's your trip been like?
It's just been amazing. I'd never been to South Africa before this trip, and I've been to Durban, Cape Town and Johannesburg. I've performed in all 3 cities. I've performed to about 10,000 South Africans over this weekend, and it's just been the most amazing feeling ever.
Yeah.
And then I finished up yesterday walking with cheetahs.
Dude.
And petting lion cubs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all of my
friends. Is this the South African
jealous.
experience you'd envisioned yourself having?
Yeah.
Dream come true?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I can't, honestly, it's my last day and I can't wait to come back.
Ah, that's good news, because I was going to ask when you're going to come back, but let's save that for later. But for those people out there that don't know you, of course, you became famous on Britain's Got Talent. You did your audition, and then boom, the whole world opened up. But just before you did your audition, your sister had gone on to do her audition, and she got 3 no's.
Yeah.
And so she comes out, you get the news. Did you get the news then before you went in?
Yeah, well, I was stood side of stage, so I saw everything happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so my sister, and bless her, she was incredibly nervous. I could just see it in her face. She was just, And she's 4 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And I think seeing judges that we'd seen on TV shows all our lives was just a bit too much for her.
Yeah.
And when she went on, she didn't perform at her best, and she got told no, and we had a second to hug before they sent me straight on.
Oh, man.
So my audition was emotionally charged.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you thinking? Were you thinking, I kind of have to redeem the family
Well, yeah.
name?
I mean, I was like throwing daggers at Simon. I was like hating him. It just upset my sister, and then still wanting to impress him. I was nervous. I was excited. It was a whole whirlwind of emotion. I think that's what people relate to. You know, when they watch the video, they can see that it's a real family going through a very kind of troubling time. You know, I don't know how my mum coped.
Yeah.
Getting, you know, having her daughter and her son, both ends of the scale. It was crazy.
Yeah, and what an incredible journey it's been for you thus far, with your debut album going #1 in over 20 countries, like some 2 billion streams combined so far, and you've sold over 1 million copies. That's just amazing. And the wonder of it all is that we get to hear the man performing live on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning, and I hope that you won't miss a second of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me,
gracing
sir.
us with your presence.
Thank you very
Ladies
much.
and gentlemen, Mzansi Africa, Callum Scott, come on! Come on! Woo!
Oh, well, we are taking the quickest of breaks. When we get back, of course, we'll take a look at some healthy hacks on how to turn vegan. And then we also have actress, I mean, she's a TV personality, Mboma Hawks. She joins us. And Princess, I think we need to start the morning off sweet for Leanne with a little bit of a donut.
Princess! Oh, it's so good to hear. Princess, you know what? Now that I'm just basically living off of fresh air because I don't got no money from London, can I have a donut, please, my love?
There we go. Well, we'll see you in just a bit.
I'm going to live my best life up in here. Thank you.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
This coming Thursday on Winner Home, the pressure is on with only 1 week left to completely design and decorate their kitchen spaces. Follow the design duos as they transform their plans into reality.
Hello.
Will their ideas be a recipe for success, or will it all come crashing down?
We would love to know ourselves. We always start with a mess and end up with wowza.
Catch the design drama on Winner Home. Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3 with a repeat on Saturday at 3 p.m. The stage is yours. Winner Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand prize luxury penthouse apartment by Bowen Properties.
If we can take the piano down in the piano wedge. Two, that could go down, touch more, hey, hey, two, hey, hey, that's better. Let's try this.
And you are the reason I'm losing myself. Please come back now. And there goes my mind erasing. And you are the reason
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You were just on time, just as Callum Scott takes a seat. Welcome back after a very short break. And yes, in case you didn't know, Callum Scott's in the studio, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So it's that time of the morning where we've scoured the internet to find a couple of videos and memes and pictures that just put smiles on people's faces as you start your day.
Okay.
So we call this our What's Trending segment. So guys,
we always say we hit you in the cute and fluffies. You know.
In the,
It's
you
just
hit
a beautiful concept. In the cute and fluffies.
We hit you in the cute and fluffy.
You hit
I've
in the cute and
never heard that
fluffies.
before. That's new.
That's not new.
Hit you.
Where have you been, bruv?
Fluffy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's get to the first one. Twitter user Kendall or Jensen Kendall uploaded this video of her dog, and apparently her dog's name Akila can't tell whether their screen doors open or closed, and they physically have to open it, kind of pretend open it for the dog because he's like.
So right now,
but his nose is through the door.
He's like, wait, watch. Pretend open. Yes, there we go. You see,
do you have
the
dogs?
cute and fluffies, man.
Do you have dogs?
No, but I can imagine that the one day that the dog thinks that the door is open,
You've seen her.
he's going to crash straight into the door. That's the sad thing about that.
But you gotta love them. Dogs are a man's best friend. In fact, they say that when a dog feels a certain kind of bond to a family, like a pack kind of tight knit, they become very protective over babies when when they come around. So this dog just didn't want the baby to.
Wow. Talk about a guardian angel.
Like, no, that's my buddy.
Oh, look, he's like solidly looking after this baba.
No.
My baba.
That's
my baba.
Okay.
I will protect you with my life. That's adorable, man.
And that's why dogs are better than cats.
No,
they do stuff like that.
Listen, the cat will never tell the police where's your stash. I'll just say that.
Oh!
What on earth is going on?
Okay, wait. I always bring a cat story to the table, but how's this one? This little kitty cat's name's Licorice. His owner was eating cheese, and this one was also pretending to eat cheese. Look at that.
What, is he pretending to eat cheese?
Yes, he was mimicking his owner.
Oh, okay. Clearly was very mature cheese there. Okay.
Yum.
Wow.
Yum.
See, so now we're hoping everyone at home is like you right now because they've seen the stories and it's pretty cool. But as for the cat will never tell the police where your stash is.
It's the truth.
I don't know what kind of cats you have, Zoe, but okay. Hey, listen, let us know which videos, stories have caught your attention on social media. Share them with us. And when you do, hashtag... Expresso show.
In the national news, 3 young men found guilty of the rape and murder of Stellenbosch University student Hannah Cornelius have each received 2 life sentences in the High Court in Cape Town. A 4th accused, convicted of kidnapping and armed robbery, received a 22-year sentence. After an almost 5-year delay, the Randburg Magistrates Court has launched an inquest into the murder of Rwandan President Paul Kagame's former spy master. He was found dead in a plush hotel in Johannesburg's upmarket Sandton suburb on New Year's Day in 2014. On the international front, Zimbabwe has invited bids for its state-owned airline as President Emmerson Mnangagwa's government pushes ahead with a drive to privatize and end state funding to loss-making firms. Only 3 of Air Zimbabwe's planes are operational, with another 3 grounded. And then finally, a Vietnamese-Australian woman accused of placing sewing needles in strawberries in a high-profile sabotage case was motivated by spite, a court in Brisbane heard yesterday. The maximum prison term for contaminating goods in Australia was recently raised to 15 years. Well, that was your 6:30 news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
So in the latest sporting headlines, the Proteas women's cricket team have beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in St. Lucia this morning to claim their first win of the ICC World T20. In football, South African Football Association have confirmed that Bafana Bafana will take on Paraguay in Durban next week Tuesday for the 2018 Nelson Mandela Challenge. Finally, world number 1 Novak Djokovic got his ATP Finals campaign in London off to a winning start as he beat American John Isner in straight sets yesterday. And that's a roundup of the major sporting headlines.
Let's take a look at your roads. Let's take a look at your roads this morning. In Soweto, Gauteng, there has been an accident on the N1 northbound after the Golden Highway. The right lane is currently obstructed and delays can be expected. Please do approach this with caution. Also still in Gauteng and Boysen, there is congestion on the M1 northbound between Boysens Road and the Crown Interchange. Heavy delays can be expected there. If that's your zone, allow for extra travel time this morning. Your next report at 7 o'clock.
Right, let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Tuesday. But before we do so, we've asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. We received this beautiful picture from Pat Anderson, who sent us a sunrise overlooking the ocean from Amanzimtoti there in KwaZulu-Natal. Beautiful, beautiful, Pat. Thank you very much. You can expect warm conditions with plenty of sunshine today, reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. Pat, have a lovely day. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in as well. But continue sending those pictures. We'd love to see what it looks like where you are this morning. You can post them in on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page, and we'll gladly share them with the nation right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Your temperatures going into your Tuesday, and it looks very, very hot for certain parts of the country. Polokwane 22, reaching a maximum of 41 degrees later on today. Mbolenhle 12.27, Pretoria 18.34, Johannesburg 16.33, Mahikeng 20.36, Klerksdorp on 20 and 36 as well. Kimberley starting off on 20 minimum, reaching a maximum of 38 degrees. Bloemfontein 17.36. Richards Bay 19.28, Pietermaritzburg 16.31, Durban 20 minimum with a maximum 26, Mthatha 16.38, East London 17.26, Cradock starting off on 13, reaching a high of 40 degrees, very, very hot. Port Elizabeth 15.23, George 14.20, Sutherland on 12 minimum, reaching a high of 27, Cape Town 16.21, Worcester 12.29, Springbok on 11 minimum, your maximum 30, and Uppington very, very hot as well, 22 minimum this morning, and your maximum 41 degrees later on today. Stay cool, South Africa, and drink lots of water going into your Tuesday. We'll bring another roundup of those temperatures at the top of the hour.
Okay, well, on Tuesdays, we also love to talk all things health. And did you know that November is World Vegan Month? It's a celebration of the progress of the vegan movement, highlights the accessibility of the vegan lifestyle, and also serves to educate those who are interested in the vegan lifestyle or switching to a vegan diet. And that's precisely why we have Dr. Darren Green here in the house for some Be Well health hacks on going vegan. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Good
Dr.
morning.
Darren Green in the house. This is the first time I've seen you in 2 weeks. You're looking very good, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Very, very good. I want to know from you, are you going vegan?
Not quite. Not quite. But certainly a big movement internationally and nationally to become a lot more aware of having a plant-based protein diet instead of obviously a meat-based diet. There's so many reasons for that. There's the people that say I don't eat my friends movement. In terms of animals and you know, meat and things like that. So there are different reasons why. And then people are looking at things that cause inflammation in the body, whether meat preparation is done with hormones and that kind of thing as well. And people just want to be a lot more puristic in many senses of the word. But it's incredible to see how powerful the diet actually is in terms of causing inflammation or not causing inflammation in the human body, and how so many of us actually do a bit of a detox, whether it's even for a period of a month where we go vegan, because it's easier around decision making.
Yeah, and it's so easy now. I remember about 5 or 6 years when we were just kind of tapping into this whole vegan thing.
Yes.
I tried to go vegan for 21 days.
Wow.
And I think I went about it the wrong way because I found it to be expensive, but I was
cold
bougie.
turkey, you just stop everything.
And then you just buy things that are like very, very expensive, but now it seems to be just so much more easy to incorporate into your lifestyle.
100%. So some people, and the first hack is that they can switch over to a vegan diet in a way that can suit their lifestyle. For some people, they don't want to just suddenly change their palates and their taste buds, so they do it in a gradual way, where 2 of the 3 meals a day, for example, will be vegan, and then so forth. And then what they do is they actually taper it off over a period of time, whether that period of time is 2 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask, as South Africans, we are prone to loving our braais. We are a very meat-heavy nation. Isn't that a bit of a difficult switch for some people?
It is indeed. I think when you start showing people some of the health benefits of being on a plant-based protein diet, they certainly then become more aware. If you think about obesity and the link of obesity to, for example, us loving the skin, the side of the choppy, or the skin on the chicken, for example. They're obviously loaded in high calories. So associated with our community approach to food and so forth, you must understand. The second hack when going vegan, start with meals that you know. Don't go cold turkey and buy these strange vegetables that you've never tasted before. You don't know what to expect, and you're so disappointed with the anticipation now.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, this is replacing my chop.
Yeah.
And it just isn't the same in terms of the satiety as well as the taste. So, yeah, stick to things you know and like, and also flavors in terms of enhancing your breakfasts, for example.
Yeah. What's your next health hack, seeing as though we're on a vibe here now?
No, 100%. So I think the most important is to stock up with staples that you can use for your vegan meal. So have stuff at home so that you're not caught with your pants down. You need the stock at home, okay? So otherwise you're going to go out or you're going to eat alternatives.
Of course.
So if you want to commit to the lifestyle, then you need to have the stock, and that means a lot of whole grains, legumes as well. And then, of course, things like quinoa and stuff like that, you know. Things that the word spelling of so many names that we need to learn. And that's what makes it quite exciting, because it can be a bit of a cuisine challenge for you to actually, you know, flavour things up a little bit.
Well, I was about to ask you, because Leanne said she did it for a few days and it was very expensive. That doesn't necessarily then mean you have to go out and buy all the vegan labelled foods.
No, 100%. But a lot of people don't know, for example, that there are animal-based products in certain things, even something as insignificant as a jelly baby, for example. So gelatine and all that kind of thing, the binding agents in different foodstuffs. You need to know about those things. So read the labels and be informed.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. I did it with a friend, by the way. 21 days later, she realized that she actually wasn't going vegan because she was eating a lot of stuff with animal products in there.
I see.
Oh, shim. Anyways, thank you so much to Dr. Darren Green for that advice, and of course for going vegan with us. And if you're looking for vegan recipes, visit bewellfoods.co.za, where you can download Be Well's vegan cookbook for free.
All those health hacks on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. There's still more to come all throughout the morning. It's such a fantastic one, a musical one at that. After the break, Mboma Hawks, Zimbabwean-born TV actress, is in studio with us.
Absolutely, and also after dazzling crowds in Johannesburg, Durban and Cape Town, Callum Scott is on your feel-good breakfast show performing after the break. Don't miss out. We'll be right back.
Science reaches for the truth. Science works for the big and the small, the old and the young. Science never gives up. And science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition for differences you can see, feel, and trust. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Well, welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso on SABC3. It is that time of the morning where we take a quick look at who is celebrating their birthday. Two of our favorites, Whoopi Goldberg and Jimmy Kimmel, celebrates their birthday today. But as we welcome the 13th of November, we're going to take a moment and wish some of our favorite viewers a special happy birthday.
That's right. That's what we're going to do. So as introduced yesterday by Kat, the people who are birthdaying today, all those birthdays that you've sent through. Doreen would like to wish her daughter Lucy a happy birthday. Lucy is turning 9 years old today. Aww. Can you cope? We love you so much, Lucy. Stay as sweet as you are, from Mum, Dad and Ellie.
Oh, adorable. Happy birthday. Then we also have Tashin, who would like to wish her mom, Ursula, a happy birthday for today. Now, Ursula is an avid viewer, and the show, according to the show, and according to Tashin, she doesn't start the housework until the show is done. So, Mama Ursula, happy birthday for today.
Happy birthday, Ursula. We love you. And then Nicole would like to give a birthday shout out to her son, Logan, who is turning 9 years old as well today. And according to Nicole, Logan watches the show every single morning and loves the weather forecast.
Really? Well, what a dapper little boy with his bow tie. Happy birthday, Logan.
So cool. Loves the weather. That's beautiful.
Right.
Man.
Well, listen, we have Princess on standby with a piece of cake. If it's your birthday today and we didn't get to wish you happy birthday, and of course we would love to wish you, so why don't you email us? That email is birthdays@cordova.tv. Include your picture. Tell us how old they are turning, and so that we can wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, man. Well, happy birthday, everybody. We love you celebrating your birthday, and I'm going to eat this cake on your behalf.
Happy birthday from our side as well, man, on your Tuesday. Now, very, very exciting. Of course, we are less than 3 weeks away from one of the biggest charitable festivals to hit Mzansi, as some of the the world's most prolific entertainers are descending on Mzansi for the 2018 Mandela 100 Global Citizen Festival, taking place on Sunday, the 2nd of December at F&B Stadium. Now, since the festival is being put together by the international organization Global Citizen, who are taking a stand against extreme poverty, we are taking a closer look at some of the entertainers who have motivated a global movement to move closer to its goal.
Exactly. Now, two iconic American women who are going to be there have been best friends for 41 years. Labels, all right? And it seems that there is nothing that will ever tear the two of them apart. We're talking about none other than the queen of all media, Oprah Winfrey, and broadcast journalist and editor-at-large of O Magazine, Gayle King. Now, both born at opposite ends of 1954, Oprah in January in Mississippi and Gayle in Maryland in December. They met in 1976 at a Baltimore TV station and then became lifelong friends after a fateful sleepover. Now, each has been majorly involved in raising the perception and opposition of black women around the world, as well as striving tirelessly for human rights advocacy across the world as well.
Absolutely.
And they're two incredible women indeed.
Look, man, they are besties of note. We love it as well. But speaking on her involvement as a presenter for the Global Citizen Festival, Gayle said this: "One of the highlights of my life was being able to meet and spend time with Nelson Mandela at his home. I know his legacy extends far beyond South Africa, and it's a real honor to take part in the Global Citizen Festival Mandela 100 and continue his work to end extreme poverty."
And of course, Oprah, who will be delivering the keynote address for the event, said Nelson Mandela's life story is a testament to the power of the human spirit and one man's ability to change the world by standing up for what he believed in. It is one of the great honors of my life to have spent so much time with him, and I look forward to celebrating his courageous life.
Absolutely. Now, I can't wait to see these two in action as well. But after today, the last two draws for ticket allocations will take place this coming Sunday, the 18th of November, and Tuesday, the 27th of November. So if you have not yet begun the action journey to be a part of this special moment, then visit globalcitizen.org.za to get all the information on how you can do so, and also get a chance to see the great Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King in person.
Well, this morning we are surrounded by greatness, I can tell you that. Zimbabwean-born South African TV actress, TV host, fashion influencer, vocalist, studied architect. She's all but in one, my word. You've seen her on TV screens as Chi-Chi, and of course she's also the host of the Pan-African conversational show Tatawena. Yes. I'm talking about none other than Mboma Hawks is in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sister girl.
Thank you so much for having me. That is a warm welcome.
Great
wow.
to have you
Thank
here.
you so much.
And you know what? I actually want to let people into the conversation that we had just before I introduced you.
Oh, yes.
Because we were talking about the Global Citizen Concert and highlights of Oprah and exactly who she is and what she's done.
Oh, yes.
And you said that you feel a sense of similarity or a relation between you and the person that Oprah is. And tell us, tell everyone at home what you told me now.
You know what? She speaks about her life, and she says that from a very tender age, the universe spoke to her the whole time. And there's things that happened in her life that prepared her for who she is today. Yeah. And it's little things like from preschool when she's chosen to speak in front of the parents, maybe when there's an event. And that's me. You know, it's always been there. My art has always been crafted into my being. Yeah. So yeah, it's amazing. She's an amazing woman.
Yeah. In fact, that's on your bio. You actually say that art is sewn into the fabric of your being, which is absolutely amazing. Yes. And here you are, Mbonisi Mahonondo, but known as Mboma Hawks.
Oh, yes.
Mboma Hawks. Well, what made you go with that version? I'm sure there's a few versions that you can take Mbonisi Mahonondo and shift and shape it into.
Because my name is quite long, and when I decided I'm going to be an entertainer, I decided why not just use maybe just an abbreviation of my name and Mahawks. My dad is an architect, so when he signs his drawing plans, he signs Mahawks. So I stole that from him. So
it's very, very catchy.
It's already like a family name.
So tell me about how you came to be an entertainer, because you are a learned architect, or at least you were in the process thereof. How did you come to entertainment?
You know, funny enough that you mentioned that architecture part, which I dumped along the way because I'm just married to my craft. Yes. And I did study it for just a bit, but then I think the artsy side of me just took over. But it also helped me, you know, because education is important. You need that. You need that background, you know. Yeah. Not necessarily something to fall back on because everybody wants to use that. You need that.
Yeah, but still the creative inside you was hungry for more. Yes. And here you are now, so as a TV host, an actress, you're a fashion influencer, you check out her Instagram page. It's just like
that sounds like a lot.
Everything, the lighting is just perfectly done. Which of those would you say is your favorite? Do you have one?
Wow, you know, the beautiful thing about art is you can expand and grow into anything. You can grow into writing, you can be behind the scenes on camera. You know, it's so vast, it's so wide. So I think it's amazing to be an artist because it allows you to be anything you want to be.
Absolutely, at any given time.
I think acting is my first love.
Yeah?
Yes, acting is my first love.
Do you have big dreams of one day walking on an Emmy stage
or
an Oscar stage?
Of course,
What kind of role would you love to play?
Wow, nobody's ever asked me that. Wow. I think I do well with emotional scenes, like something like, I nearly said something, but like a villain. I'd love to play.
A villain?
Yeah.
Yes. Who's charged with emotion, maybe a dark backstory.
Yes, because you just look sweet on the outside, but
okay, I see where you're going with that.
on the inside.
All right, all right. And further than that, you're also extending yourself into community work where you're part of the Red Cycle campaign. Tell me about that.
I'm excited about that because we were campaigning for VAT to be removed on sanitary ware.
Yes.
And the Zim government just granted that, I think, just a week ago.
That's incredible.
So
that's incredible.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Of course, I didn't do it on my own. It's a lot of people that are behind that initiative that are supporting it because there's young girls that don't go to school. They're limited to going to school because they can't afford certain things, and it's a necessity. It's something that they need.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure there are many young girls that would love to follow you, but certainly young boys that should be following along in your footsteps as well and learning from your aspirations and your dreams and how you bring them all to fruition. You've said many, many inspiring things that I'm just still contemplating right now. So if we'd love to follow on your journey, what's best? Where's the best way to follow you?
Stalk me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube. It is at Mboma Hawks. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much.
And I said stalk.
Yeah, stalk, like stalk.
Yeah, and
go back like 3 months and like every picture.
And let's work together. I mean, as Africans, our stories need to be told. There's so much work to be done.
Absolutely.
Let's hold hands, let's work, let's spread, let's grow.
Thank you, my sister. Mboma Hawks, ladies and gentlemen, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, Well, it's that time of the morning again. Time to spin our loot.co.za wheel. I can't tell you how much I missed it. I'm just going to give it a young hug right now. And of course, you know how the game works. We're going to be giving 3 of our viewers a call this morning, and you could stand a chance to win amazing prizes. And this is how you can enter.
These are the steps on how to enter the loot.co.za Spin the Wheel competition and that ultimate 10,000 Rand loot.co.za voucher. Visit loot.co.za on the app or on your computer desktop. Register if you haven't done so already. Create a festive wish list by hearting the item on the app or add the wish list on your desktop to the value of 10,000 Rand. Screen grab the wish list, WhatsApp the picture to 071 640 6551 and you could win with spinning the wheel daily or the ultimate prize of the 10,000 Rand loot.co.za voucher.
And it's as easy as that. Now, of course, we've got amazing prizes. Just some of them that are standing out for me this morning is the Monaco American Aviator luggage set, valued at 2,300 Rand. We've also got some Sennheiser headphones in there, 1,255 Rand. And then, of course, a Nescafe Dolce Gusto Genio coffee machine at 1,999 Rand. But those are just a few of the incredible prizes. Let's see who is on the line. Good morning, Yumna from Cape Town. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you, yourself.
I am fantastic. I get to give you a prize this morning. Are you excited?
Yes.
Oh, I'm excited for you as well. What number stands out for you in our prize list today, Yumna?
Number 3.
Number 3, that is the Braun Multi-Quick 3 kettle valued at 562 Rand.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like you're going to make a good cup of coffee, so I'm holding thumbs for you. Yumna, are you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1, let's spin the wheel and see what happens. Will it land on the prize that Yumna longs for, which is that kettle this morning? But I think anyone is going to be absolutely amazing. It's just past the 3, but it's heading that way again. Will it? No, it's going to go past, and it's going to land on number 7. Yumna, you walk away with a Nescafe Dolce Gusto Genio coffee machine, valued at 1,999 Rand. Congratulations! Listen, Yumna, I don't know about you, but you wanted a kettle. You walked away with a coffee machine, like even triple the price. Congratulations!
Yes.
My Harki, congratulations, my love. Now you see, it's as easy as that. Yumna walking away with an amazing coffee machine, Nescafe Dolce Gusto. All you have to do is make sure you download loot.co.za, screen grab it, WhatsApp that number to 071 640 6551, and you could be one of the callers that we call this morning. But also visit loot.co.za because there's incredible ways to entertain the family this summer. Like, for instance, a Snowmaster compressor cooler valued at 7,299 Rand. Get this. It was 9,499. It's been marked down and you save 2,200 Rand. How amazing is that? I'm even out of breath. I can't even talk anymore. Yumna, congratulations. We've got 2 more callers this morning as we give away amazing prizes with loot.co.za.
Oh, well, we are taking the quickest of breaks on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, Dr. Darren Green's in the house because tomorrow's World Diabetes Day. He's the doc on speed dial, so keep our number close. It's 021-430-9881.
That's right. And then this man standing right next to me here has wowed audiences all over the world, stolen their hearts as well, and he's going to steal more of the hearts on this set and watching this show right now. This one is Callum Scott, ladies and gents, on the Feel Good Expresso show.
Don't take credit. Unexpected coming from a bank. But just think about it. Using credit to finance a flashy lifestyle to show that you've arrived won't help you live better. What's new today is old tomorrow, except for the debt that you still have to pay. But do take credit to renovate your home, buy a more reliable car, or pay for your children's education. If that's your goal, then Capitec will help you realize your dreams. Because living better starts when you get credit for the right reasons.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Tuesday morning. We're live, large and in charge, hanging out with Callum Scott, who is about to perform very, very shortly. We are all waiting with bated breath, mate. Cannot wait to hear you singing, but right now, here's the news headlines of the morning.
In the national news, 3 men found guilty of the rape and murder of Stellenbosch University student Hannah Cornelius have each received 2 life sentences in the High Court in Cape Town. Cornelius and her friend Cheslin Marsh were kidnapped and attacked in May last year while sitting in her car near the university. In a hefty sentence, Judge Roshini Ali spared none of the men. Vernon Witboy, Geraldo Parsons and Ibn van Niekerk all received life sentences. The 4th accused, Nashville Julius, who was found guilty of kidnapping and armed robbery last week, received a 22-year sentence. After an almost 5-year delay, the Randburg Magistrates Court has launched an inquest into the murder of Rwandan President Paul Kagame's former spy master. Now, once very close to Kagame, he fell out with the president and subsequently fled to South Africa. He was found dead in a plush hotel in Johannesburg's upmarket Sandton suburb on New Year's Day 2014. There have also been 3 attempts on the life of another senior dissident officer, former Rwandan Army Chief of Staff General Faustin Kayumba Nyamwasa. Chief Prosecutor Yusuf Baba promised a full inquiry would start in January. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwe has invited bids for the state-owned airline as President Emerson Mnangagwa's government pushes ahead with a drive to privatize and end state funding to loss-making firms, Air Zimbabwe's administrator Reggie Sarachera said yesterday. Air Zimbabwe, which owns foreign and domestic creditors, or rather owes domestic creditors more than $300 million, was placed under administration in October. A notice published in newspapers yesterday said that potential investors should make their bids before November the 23rd after paying a non-refundable deposit of $20,000. Only 3 of Air Zimbabwe's planes are currently operational, with another 3 grounded. And then finally, a Vietnamese-Australian woman accused of placing sewing needles in strawberries in a high-profile sabotage case was motivated by spite, a court in Brisbane heard yesterday. 50-year-old Mai Ut Trin, who was arrested on Sunday following a nationwide police investigation that began in September. She worked as a supervisor on the strawberry farm north of Brisbane. Pins and needles were found stuck into fruit, leading supermarkets to remove boxes from shelves across Australia and New Zealand. The maximum prison term for contaminating goods in Australia was recently raised to 15 years. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the exciting world of sport. Here's Kat.
And exciting news for the Proteas women's cricket team. Of course, they beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in St. Lucia this morning to claim their first win of the ICC World T20. Up first, a fine bowling display from South Africa limited Sri Lanka to 99 for 8. And in response, South Africa recovered from a shaky start to chase down the victory with 7 wickets and 9 balls remaining. The World T20 continues today as Ireland face Pakistan, while early tomorrow morning, Australia take on New Zealand. Moving over to football, and SAFA has confirmed that Bafana Bafana will be facing Paraguay in Durban next week for the 2018 Nelson Mandela Challenge. The centenary celebration on the pitch will mark the 4th time that the 2 teams have met, with the current record standing at 1 win for South Africa and 2 draws. Before Bafana host Paraguay next week, they first take on Nigeria in a 2019 AFCON qualifier this Saturday in Soweto. And finally, world number 1 Novak Djokovic got his ATP Finals campaign in London off to a winning start as he beat American John Isner in straight sets yesterday. The second match of Group Guga Kirtan only lasted an hour and 13 minutes as the number 1 ranked Serb secured a 6-4, 6-3 win. Today, South African doubles ace Raven Klaasen and his partner Michael Venus take on Nikola Mektic and Alexander Peya at 2 p.m. South African time. And that's a roundup of the major sporting headlines.
Thank you, Kat. A look at your roads right now in Gauteng, Bedfordview. There is a stationary truck on the N3 northbound after Linksfield Road obstructing the emergency lane. Please approach this with caution. And also still in Gauteng, Boysen on the M1 northbound. There are roadworks between the Uncle Charlie's interchange and the Crown interchange causing heavy delays. The average traveling speed there is 10 kilometers per hour with delays up to 1 hour. Please find an alternative route this morning. That's your traffic report. The next one at 7:30.
Thank you very much, Tabito. Let's quickly get into your weather one more time. It's just after 7 o'clock, and as we do so, we take a look at some of your pictures that you've sent in. Delia Burgos, good morning. Delia sent us this bold sunrise from the East Rand in Johannesburg. Delia looks beautiful. Thank you very much. You can expect partly cloudy conditions with warm temperatures today, reaching a very hot maximum of 32 degrees. Enjoy, Delia. Thank you very much. But we'd love to see more of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. Post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Your temperatures going into your Tuesday. Polokwane 22 and a scorching 41 degrees. Mbolenhle 12:27. Pretoria 18:34. Johannesburg 16:33. Mahikeng 20:36. Klerksdorp 20:36 as well. Kimberley 20 and a very hot 38 degrees. Bloemfontein 17:36. Richards Bay 19:28. Pietermaritzburg 16:31. Durban 20:26. Mthatha 16 and a high of 38 degrees. East London 17:26. Cradock 13 reaching a high of 40 degrees Celsius. Port Elizabeth on 15 reaching a 23. George 14:20. Sutherland on 12 minimum reaching a high of 27 degrees. Cape Town 16:21. Worcester 12:29. Springbok 11:30 and Uppington starting off on 22 and your maximum 41 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll bring another update in half an hour's time.
Now, a story can build a community, pass down wisdom, and truly inspire. And CNA believes in sharing these stories that celebrate our unity as a nation. Now, do you have an inspirational story that you can share? A memory with CNA that inspires you to get to where you are today? We are looking for authentic and heartwarming stories with CNA.
That's right. We want you to share your story on Facebook using the hashtag CNA What's Your Story. Now, you stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Rand and enter on the CNA Facebook page. That's where you need to go to. Terms and conditions can be found on cna.co.za. Take a look at this and be inspired too.
At CNA, we tell the stories of extraordinary people who inspire our nation.
Well, I remember as a young boy going to the CNA store with my mom, the glow of the place. So I've always felt like I'm an artist, but I must say that I never thought I would be standing here today with my paintings in some of the best galleries. I still find that warm inspiration that I found at CNA that inspired me in the first place. I'm Sasha Stilianu, and this is my story.
Tell us your story. CNA, your favorite stationery store.
All right, it's time for us to have a little bit of fun. Of
I don't
course,
know what to do. I don't understand. I'm like,
excitement.
how should I
Callum
be?
Scott is sitting right next to us right now, and he told me earlier on when we were playing the rapid fire series of questions that he really loves South Africa. He really digs this place. The people are amazing, and he can't wait to come back. Right?
Very true.
So. You've been here for the past couple of days, and we wanted to find out how much South Africanness have you actually picked up. So we're going to read a couple of South African words to you. We want you to tell us what you think it means, and then use it in a sentence. Hopefully you'll get it right.
Okay.
If you don't, we'll tell you exactly what it means. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good answer. We like yes. All right, you go first.
The very first one is aware.
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 That's
yes.
a very nice. You said it quite nicely.
The pronunciation might be all right. I don't know the meaning, so I'm going to just...
What do you think it means?
Aware.
Yeah. Quick off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head?
Yeah.
We should go and play aware.
Okay. Okay, so you think it's an instrument or like a...
I guess, or something that you can play.
Okay.
Tell Callum.
Okay, aware basically is a way that you greet someone. When you say hi, it's like aware maybe, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'd be like, hey, aware.
That was close.
Yeah, that was close. Okay, next one. How's it?
How's it?
Use it in a sentence.
Yeah, this is kind of like a how's it going kind of vibe.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, next one.
That was an easy one, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, quota.
Quota.
Spelled K-O-T-A.
Quota.
Yes.
We should go and get a bowl of quota.
Oh, that was so close.
Okay.
That was so close. So, yeah.
So it's a food, you would think, like, right?
Yeah,
But it's a bunny chow, so it's a bread that's been kind of hollowed out and it's got like...
had bunny chow.
Yeah, exactly. So a bowl of quota, you could if they serve it in a bowl. That's cool.
Nice.
How about this one? Sawubona.
Sabona.
Sabona. So use it in a sentence.
Does it mean... Oh, no, I'm thinking
Try
it
it.
means I love you. but
Oh, that's okay, all right. Sabona is the way that you greet someone in isiZulu. So the same way you say, good morning, you'd say, Sabona.
Do you say Sani Bonani as
There
well?
we go, that's the plural. Oh, my word. Listen. So one person Sabona, many people Sanbonani.
Yeah, well, I'm just used to saying I love you all.
Yeah,
okay.
But if you say it in a sexy way, we could think that it means I love you.
Try it.
Oh, Sani Bonani.
Okay, how about this one? A nachi.
A nachi.
Nachi, yes.
A nachi.
Use that in a sentence.
Oh, my goodness. You're so full of a nachi.
A nachi is like, it's a fruit, it's a tangerine, right?
Yeah, it's like an orange. It's part of the orange
You're
family.
so full of orange.
Yeah, you're so full
You
of
can
orange.
be full of that. Okay, next one. Brai.
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 Is that like is that like the same as like brew? Brai? Is it like what you say to a female?
You're bruising your brais. Well,
you see where I was going with
Yeah, yeah. Well,
brew, brai.
Braaiing is something you do with your brews. You know what I mean? So it's barbecuing.
Yeah.
That was close. I like the way you think.
But both of them are incredible. Brides are incredible and women are incredible. So
That's
yeah, I
very,
can see
very
where you're
true.
going with that.
Very
Okay, now.
Now.
I'm sure you've heard that already.
Now.
Well, in the
South
UK,
Africans love to say now.
See, in the UK, if you was getting a little bit, if you was overstepping your mark, you'd go, now.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
But is that the same thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you use it in a South African context. Now.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
Well, now is like it's like a time signature of sorts. So you call your friend, hey man, when are you arriving at the braai? Yeah, I'm coming. I'll be there now. I'll be there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to be there.
So now is like soon.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
All right.
Very nice.
Next one. Do you have time? Can we play more? I like this game. I really like this game. Next one.
Choose that one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Babalas.
Oh, no.
Use it in a sentence.
You have a very cute babalas.
Oh, man.
We'll take it.
It basically means hangover. So if you were talking to a braai about her cute babalas, she could be very impressed. Just saying.
A lot of things look cute when you are babalas, I'm just saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Callum Scott a South African passport. He's fully South Africanized, and yes, he still will be performing for us live on your Feel Good Breakfast show very shortly. That was very good, man.
Brilliant stuff, man. Good fun. I told you this Tuesday morning is going to be a lack of fun. Listen, we're going to be taking a quick break. Here's what's coming up next.
Yes, of course. Dr. Darren Green is with us in studio. We'll be taking a look at World Diabetes Day, which is taking place tomorrow. He's here to educate and inform us on everything we need to know because the statistics is scary.
It's
so
very, very
keep
scary.
our number on speed dial. It's 021-430-9881.
Also, we're talking about antibiotic resistance, something that's been in the news headlines quite a lot. It's something that we need to take into account, but we're merging tech and medicine, it seems, because there's a new app that combats antibiotic resistance. Interesting stuff. We'll unpack that after the break. We'll be back now.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush your daily dose of goodness, now available in long life. Crushers spreading goodness by giving away 20,000 pairs of school shoes. See pack for details and stand a chance to win 1 million rand in prizes for you and a friend. Nominate a school to receive school shoes.
Made with love by Clover.
Yeah. Do I see?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to this Tuesday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and thanks for starting the day off with us. Now, let's talk health, shall we? A figure by Statistics South Africa recorded that diabetes is accountable for 5.5% natural deaths, surpassing HIV, which accounts for 4.8%. That is shocking. Now, in 2017 alone, a total of 425 million adults were diagnosed with diabetes worldwide, and 1,826,100 of these cases being in South Africa alone.
Well, Africa currently holds the highest ranking in all International Diabetes Federation regions, with a shocking 69% of adults who have undiagnosed diabetes. And of course, here to help us unpack what exactly diabetes is and what the symptoms are is our trusted medical professional, Dr. Darren Green, in the house.
Good day, good day, good day.
On this, the 14th of November,
Yes.
World Diabetes Day.
Incredibly important day.
Absolutely. So let's start with the very basics and the very beginning. What is diabetes?
Cape Townians will tell you, you die a bicky for bicky.
Oh,
right.
okay.
So, but what's important here is your body's inability to deal with sugar in the correct way. So maintaining things like your blood sugar level, and why that's important for normal day-to-day function, normal blood sugar levels to the brain, to the other vital organs to ensure survival of us as a species is compromised, because the mechanisms that control the blood sugar are then impaired. And that gives us obviously the different subtypes of diabetes.
Exactly. What are some of the symptoms that basically tells us that we have it, things that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, easy way for people to remember it are the 3 Ps. Polyuria, you get up and wait, you basically go to the toilet a lot, frequent urination. Polydipsia, you get very, very thirsty as well, increased thirst. And then polyphagia, you eat and you don't get full, which some people have every day. And then, of course, things like fluctuating energy levels, increased weight loss suddenly, all right? And then things like slow healing wounds due to the vascular compromise on your lower legs particularly, or anywhere else, and then blurry vision due to the end organ damage in the eyes.
What actually causes diabetes?
Yeah, so depending on the subtype you have. Type 1 is where your body can't manufacture insulin.
Okay.
Type 2 is where you can actually have insulin, but your body develops what's called insulin resistance. And type 2 is a preventable entity that's often associated with lifestyle choices and management of our lifestyles, in a nutshell.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, is it something of a gene that is activated in your body? Or is it, if you have diabetes, right, you have it from the day you're born? You don't just develop it over time.
Yeah, so there's cells, for example, in a special organ called the pancreas that secrete insulin. And those cells can either be damaged due to an autoimmune process where your body makes antibodies that attack its own tissue, or you could have a viral infection even while you are intrauterine or afterwards that can also damage that, leading to insufficient insulin production. So different array of causes that can lead to that, obviously, but there is a genetic link as to your predisposition to developing diabetes, and that's why you need to modify your lifestyle quite rapidly if you know about that.
In the intro, we said that there's a shocking 69% of adults who have undiagnosed diabetes. I want to talk about that when we come back. But we are chatting to Dr. Darren Green ahead of World Diabetes Day, which is the 14th of November, very, very important day. So we'll be checking up on what else we can learn. And of course, the more we know, the better we can do when it comes to our health.
Well, we continue our medical chat this morning, this time around antibiotics and the resistance to it. Now, vaccines and antibiotics are widely hailed as the 2 greatest accomplishments of modern medicine. However, antibiotic resistance has increased worldwide, largely because of the overuse and misuse of antibiotic medications. And if left unchecked, experts fear it could claim up to 10 million lives by 2050. Shocking number. But here to discuss how an innovative app called Bugwise can assist patients and doctors alike is Anna-Marie Blackmore, who's the antimicrobial portfolio manager at Pharmacodynamics. What a title. Hello, Anna-Marie. Nice to have you with us. Welcome.
Morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Those are some shocking statistics that by 2050, 10 million people could have died from antibiotic resistance. Why are we becoming resistant to antibiotics?
Well, antibiotic resistance is actually a natural phenomenon of evolution. So the more that a bacteria is exposed to the antibiotic, it will develop resistance over time. If we look at penicillin, which was the first antibiotic discovered around 1940, the first resistance was noted within the first decade after that.
Oh, see.
So we really have to use them sparingly so that we can stretch their life as long as possible.
Okay.
And I think in South Africa, we are aware that antibiotic resistance is a very serious problem. Around, I'd say, research shows about 60% of antibiotics that are used for acute respiratory tract infections are actually inappropriate because the cause is viral.
Yeah. What is the current state of antibiotic resistance in South Africa specifically, and why did it come to this stage actually where it's actually worrisome?
Look, it is a global problem. It's not just in South Africa, but here we know that antibiotic resistance has increased with about 60% over the last 10 years. And we're seeing increasing numbers of the well-known superbugs. The ones that I think have been quite spoken about in the media in the past few years has been MRSA, multi-drug resistant TB, and there's quite a long list of other ones that are really becoming problems for us in South Africa as well.
Sure. Well, I believe Pharmacodynamics, they've released a new app that's to help doctors. It's called BugWise. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes, sure. So the app's actually developed for both patients and healthcare practitioners. You can download it for free or for your smartphone. And then I'll start with the patient's side. For patients, they can read up a little bit, understanding more about what's the difference between a virus and a bacteria, some useful tips on how to prevent infections. They can read up on their medication and on the infection. I think most important there's a medicine reminder. So you set the reminder to make sure you take your medicine as prescribed. And that goes a long way in avoiding misuse and ultimately resistance developing. And then for the healthcare practitioners, they've got a bit more scientific information. They've got a medication interaction checker. They can check for duplications if a patient's maybe on more than one class of antibiotics. They can also look up surveillance data. So that's very useful for them to see what are the patterns of resistance in their geographical area.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's a great way for patients and the general public just to get information around it, because I feel that even today, even though we have been dealing with antibiotics, there's still a lack of awareness around, the proper use of antibiotics, because us human beings, we spoke about it earlier, we just want those quick fixes in a modern day society, right?
That's it. And I think what makes BugWise very useful is just having all the information easily accessible on one platform, so that you don't have to jump to different areas to try and get all the information that you need.
Yeah. Absolutely. What do you guys hope to achieve, like the end goal for you guys with BugWise?
The end goal for us is really, we looked at what's being currently done in South Africa in terms of antibiotic resistance and stewardship, which means that we protect our antibiotics. And we noted that there was this gap. And I think especially the hospitals are working very hard around protecting antibiotics. But about 80% of antibiotics are used outside of hospitals, in primary healthcare. So I think to just drive that awareness and get to the public as well, because we play a very big role. It's not just on the shoulders of doctors. It's everybody's responsibility to protect this resource.
Absolutely, and I also feel strongly about it, being a dad of 2 kids as well, and building a solid and healthy foundation for them, with regards to medicine and medicine use, and the know-how how to go about it as well. And we thank you very much for joining us this morning. So make sure you go download that app. It's called BugWise. It's on your preferred app store. Really highly recommend we check it out and try and bring those antibiotic resistance numbers down. It is vital.
Pharmacodynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
So time right now to continue our health chat with Dr. Darren Green as we focus on diabetes. The 14th of November is International Diabetes Day. And of course, a very important one, as it is the #1 leading killer in South Africa of adults, above HIV. Can you believe it?
That is so
the
crazy.
statistics are shocking.
Exactly. We talked about a statistic earlier on where it said that 69% of adults have undiagnosed diabetes. Can you just unpack that for me? Because I was like, that's huge.
Yeah, because people aren't aware of the warning signs or symptoms. We are indeed in South Africa one of the most obese nations in the world.
Wow. I thought it was America.
That's fact.
Yeah. So we also one of the top 10 users of alcohol in the world, which is also associated with lifestyle and non-communicable diseases.
Yeah.
So if you think about the combination, that makes us sitting ducks to obviously have diabetes.
Basically.
And in certain ethnic populations, you're also even at greater risk, for example, in the Indian population as well, in KwaZulu-Natal. Yeah. So we have that as a very harsh reality in our country. And education, obviously, is right at the top of the list in terms of our priorities, because people make decisions daily and aren't aware of the implications or consequences of how you can actually reduce your risk to develop diabetes.
Yeah. Now, as we said earlier on, that there are two different types of diabetes, as subtypes, type 1. So what does it mean when somebody says, I have type 1 diabetes, versus when somebody says, I have type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, so a beautiful sketch there quickly. In type 1 diabetes, your food goes to the stomach. There's blood sugar, glucose in the blood that can be stored in the muscle, etc. But there's no, the pancreas is the organ responsible, which doesn't obviously secrete insulin, and that then leads to obviously the sugar being deposited.
The muscle unable to use the glucose
That's
due
correct.
to
And then it
no-
gets deposited. It gets deposited, the excess form of glucose gets deposited and stored as fat in the muscle and obviously in other organs like the liver. And then eventually inside the abdomen between the organs like a padded structure. So it's called visceral fat. And when you have obviously all that, the association between obesity and diabetes becomes very real.
Sure. We've got a call on the line, Dr. Darren Green. Errol, good morning. What is your question or comment for Dr. Darren this morning?
Dr. Darren, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Doctor, I am a diabetic and I am on insulin. I'm on 36 units in the morning and 36 units in the evening. My question is, I'm on metformin, but is it necessary for us to be taking a whole lot of other tablets like Verstappen, blood pressure tablets, cholesterol tablets? Is it all connected to the diabetes problem? Because I just seem to find that we are taking a tremendous amount of tablets, and I don't know if it is necessary to take all these tablets. My blood pressure seems to be okay. I go every month to be checked. But is it necessary to have all these tablets? Because I've been told, look, it's all part of the process. Is that correct?
That's a great question.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Errol.
So he's taking a handful of tablets for different diseases associated with lifestyle that also have genetic triggers. Hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, increased uric acid levels for gout, and obviously I've mentioned the dyslipidemia, which is the cholesterol issues. Those are all risk factors to ensure early death, and death in the form of coronary vessel disease for the heart, or in the form of big vessel disease like, for example, stroke. The more factors or lifestyle factors you have in terms of the diseases, if you have hypertension and diabetes, your likelihood of developing the complications and having pre-morbid state or dying too soon would be increased. With every single risk factor you have, you add smoking to that and it increases your chance even more of getting a heart attack. So that is why it's imperative, because the one influences the next in terms of the full metabolic syndrome, we need to manage each of those. You wouldn't be on blood pressure medication if his blood pressure was well controlled, without the medication. And often people lose some weight, for example, with newly diagnosed hypertension and come off treatment. After losing weight, their blood pressures go down and then they feel too dizzy and tired because their blood pressures are actually too low. So it doesn't mean that everyone that starts on a blood pressure tablet will be needing it for their lifespan. So regular checkups, as you mentioned, is great. The sugar, obviously, the sugar control can be measured. We can see whether your medication needs to be decreased in terms of his insulin use, etc. And then obviously you mentioned the statin as well. That would depend on his cholesterol, and also looking at the studies, whether they actually support type 2 diabetics, reducing the risk of heart disease, for example, in type 2 diabetics specifically.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. There's a lot for us to absorb and certainly a lot for us to learn. And I think the advice to Errol there is continue, of course, taking your medication as prescribed by your medical practitioner until further notice that we should come off of it. All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Bridget McNulty. She's the curator of Sweet Life magazine and Diabetic South Africa Online, to further educate us on diabetes. We'll be right back.
Moving out? Need more room? Scaling down? Private property is a great place to start your search. With thousands of new properties from South Africa's top real estate agents, banks, developers and homeowners. It's the easiest way to find your next home. Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Search privateproperty.co.za.
Enter the Winner Home competition on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance to win a brand new, fully decorated apartment at Mbalenhle Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Our medical chat continues, and of course now joining us as we continue discussing more about diabetes and its causes and how it's diagnosed is type 1 diabetic and curator of Sweet Life magazine and Diabetic South Africans online, Bridget McNulty. Bridget, so glad that you can join the conversation this morning. And looking beautiful in green.
Thank you.
Should be wearing blue. It's your color, for sure.
All right, so blue is the
Blue
color
is the diabetic South African.
The diabetic South African color.
So you guys are basically
represented.
Nice.
I like it, thanks.
Let's talk about your journey with diabetes. You are type 1 diabetic, and how did you come to discover this?
So I actually had a very dramatic diagnosis. I was only diagnosed at 25, which is quite late, but I was 3 days away from a diabetic coma by the time I was diagnosed, and I was so painfully ill. And in retrospect, I had all the classic symptoms. I was probably 10 kilos lighter than I am now. I was so dehydrated, my eyes were bugging out, so blurry vision as well. I was constantly hungry, constantly thirsty, and so exhausted. I remember I would have a shower and then need to sit down and rest, and then get dressed and need to sit down and rest. But because I didn't know what the symptoms were, I didn't know that this was classic diabetes. And so now, everywhere I go, I just tell everyone 5 common symptoms of diabetes.
What did you think it was when it happened, when you were experiencing all these symptoms?
You know, I think we live in this world where no one's really feeling well. So I just moved to Cape Town, I just published my first book, I just had my first real job, and I would go to work in the morning and I'd say, yo, I'm just so tired. And one of my colleagues would say, oh, I've been tired for 2 weeks. And I'd say, I feel like I'm not really feeling well. And someone else would say, I've had a headache for as long as I can remember. And so if you're in this society where no one's thriving and feeling well, we don't really understand that we're supposed to feel well. And then I ended up in ICU. I was in ICU for 5 days, and they gave me this diagnosis, and I didn't know anything about diabetes. And they sent me home with a stack of information, and I remember I read everything, and it only told me the horror stories. It said, now you're diabetic, you're at greater risk of heart disease, blindness, amputation. There was a stat that said 1 in 2 people with, I always get this wrong, 1 in 2 people with amputations are diabetic. But my head was so foggy from being so sick, I thought it said 1 in 2 people with diabetes have amputations. And I was like, I have a 1 in 2 chance of having an amputation.
That's so crazy.
And
But
no way
it's so true. What you say is like we are exhausted, we're so tired, and it's just a way of life now. So we just kind of sweep it under the carpet. But like, what are you doing now to be able to live a healthy and balanced life? What are the measures that you've kind of had to incorporate into your life?
So I decided right when I was diagnosed that I wasn't going to be a patient. That's very important to me. So it's not a disease, it's a chronic condition, and you find ways to live with it well. And the obvious things are that I inject insulin 5 times a day every time I eat. And I have to test my blood sugar throughout the day, and I have to watch what I'm eating. I have to be careful that I'm eating the right kind of thing and balance my exercise and medication. To me, one of the biggest things that's helped is having a community of diabetics around me. So we started Sweet Life to spread the message that just because you're diabetic, there's nothing you can't do. You can still live a perfectly normal, happy, healthy life. And weirdly, it's been on Facebook through Diabetic South Africans that we found this community. Like, everyone always says bad things about Facebook because obviously it sucks up our time, but it really does form this community, and it's everyone there with diabetes talking about the daily reality of what it's like to live with the condition, because there are a lot of challenges. But it is perfectly possible. There's nothing diabetes has ever stopped me from doing.
And injecting yourself 5 times a day, is it normal now?
Yeah,
I mean, I can
normal.
imagine in the beginning it had to be a challenge.
Because no, it took some time to get used to. I don't even notice that I'm doing it now. So it's first thing when I wake up and before I go to sleep, and then every time I eat. So it's at least 5 times. If I want a snack on anything, then I have to inject too. But it's actually been so, it's amazing. You look at something and you think, is that worth an injection? It's a very good method of eating the right kind of food.
I hear you.
Injections the way of the odds, But no, it's become, honestly, I don't even notice it anymore. But I've been diabetic now for 11 years. So the first couple of years, it was a big deal.
I mean, looking at you right now, you are just radiating beauty 100%. And positivity and energy and all of that.
Keep going.
No, honestly, you really are. And I'm just thinking that to everyone out there, especially when we reflect on the fact that 69% of adults are undiagnosed, it's like, you need to know, right? And you need to know now. So that you can make the adjustments to your lifestyle, so that you can be a Bridget, because you don't want to be one day away from a diabetic coma, and then it happens and you didn't know, and then it's too late. I mean, there's families that are left behind as a result of that, because we looked at the complications that could arise as a result of it. So it's not reversible, diabetes, or is it? Let me ask that.
So the lifestyle modification and medication for type 2 diabetics can often prevent you from going. You get what's called pre-diabetes or insulin resistance. At that stage, there's a lot you can do to prevent yourself developing full-blown diabetes. So that's it. That's also quite crucial. But you can have yourself tested, and you can have a fasting glucose test, or what's called a glycated hemoglobin, which gives you an indication as to what your morning blood sugar has been, your fasting sugar, for 2 months. So you can't hide it by eating healthy for 2 days and suddenly get a normal HbA1c. It gives us a picture on the red blood cells, a beautiful indication of what control's been over time.
All right. Well, we're going to ask you to stick around because we love this conversation. We're learning so much from it. Thanks for joining us, Bridget. But right now, we're going to sweeten things up a little bit. Our musical guest today is the captivating, platinum-selling singer-songwriter, Callum Scott. And first up, his chart-topping track, You Are the Reason.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see you are the reason. And there goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason keeps bleeding, and I need you now. Oh, if I could turn back the clock, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark. I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe, and I'd climb every mountain, and I'd swim every ocean, and just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. You are the reason. I'd climb every mountain, and I'd swim every ocean, just to be with you and fix what broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that South Africa, you are my reason.
Wow, Callum Scott on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Man, dude, that's really... what's happening behind the cameras right now, we've done this show over 8 years, 2,000 episodes, right? Plus, this has never happened before.
Thank you so
That's crazy.
much, everyone.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you. That's amazing.
I wanted to talk to your fans out there, the thousands and thousands of people you performed for over the past couple of days, and those that are in the hopes of seeing you perform live again one day. Your chance to just give them a shout.
First, I want to say, how's it? And then I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. All of my dreams are coming true because of every single one of you supporting in me, believing in me. This will not be my last visit to South Africa. I will be back. So I would love to see you, as many of you there, as a Callum Scott show in the near future. But thank you so much, and Sani Bonani.
Yeah, man. Listen, get this man a passport as well. And listen, he'll be performing some more for us shortly after the break. Stay tuned. Callum Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. Enter the Win a Home competition by voting for your favorite design duo on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance of winning a fully decorated apartment at Mbalenhle Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand. Plus, you'll automatically be entered into the weekly draw, where this coming Thursday night, you could walk away with a Samsung 12-kilogram front-loader washing machine with Wi-Fi, AdWash, Eco-Bubble technology, and smart control. And if that's not enough, Capitec clients stand a chance to win a further 5,000 Rand in cash. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Win a Home every Thursday evening at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. A prize not only reserved for a Friday or the weekend, it can happen any day of the week. And Ewan Stradom is dancing with our guest, Mpho, who's joining us this morning as we whip up a delicious meal for 4 under 150 Rand. We need that.
We need that in our lives.
We need that.
We do. I'm a family of 4, you know, so we need to kind of save money. One, and eat delicious and healthy at the same time.
And healthy, that's the most important thing.
Yes. So I decided we're going to make some chicken breasts and veggie skewers this morning. You know, just as a very quick and easy kind of a weekday meal. You can pop it on the braai if you want to. So we have our braai going, as you can see as well. So very, very easy. And I'm going to get you to kind of help us out, if you don't mind.
Yes, I'm excited. Can't wait.
First and foremost, we got these veggies. They're beautiful. They're pre-cut. They're very, very easy for you. And then we have our chicken breast, which is pre-cooked. So what you need to do is you just need to heat them. It's very, very easy. That's
so you can heat them up on the braai, quick and easy.
Absolutely, but we're going to start with our skewer. So kind of you just take a couple of veggies and you pop it on a skewer.
There we go.
Let's get it in there. Just be
Some
careful.
of them are a bit hard, so you just have to, of course, be gentle. There we go.
So let's get that. So maybe a bit of an onion.
Oh, I love red onion.
Like that. And let's get another one of these marrows. Cool. So this basically, just like this, nice and healthy, goes on the braai. Just like that. Okay? But now we have a marinade. You can find your favorite marinade. We have a bit of a chicken marinade that's going on here. And you want to baste your veggies.
There we
and
go.
as you braai it, you can hear that sizzle going already. So that's going to add a nice flavor to your veggie skewers.
That's
bam,
right.
Bam, bam.
And
Now
what's
we
great
want to make
about-
the dip.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I was going to say what's great about Woolies veggies is it's pre-cut, so it's all for your convenience. The bigger bag, the more value you get for money. So, of course, it's also fresher for longer, which is also great.
So all of this is for under 150 Rand. It tallies up to just about 150 Rand. And you get dessert.
You include
Look at that. 6 cutie
That's
pies.
amazing.
So just go out. You can go and select whatever it is that you want for dinner. It's basically, that's the deal. Eat in for under 150 Rand for 4 people. So let's quickly make this dip.
Okay.
So
Can I help you?
Yes, go for it. Some
Okay.
plain
What's happening?
yogurt. Just pop it in there.
How much yogurt?
Just put a little bit. Let's see. I'll tell you to stop.
Okay.
And stop. That's good.
There we go.
Perfect. Lemon juice.
There
So
we
it's a very
go.
simple, very fresh kind of.
Should I whip this
You
together?
can give it a
Whip
bit
it
of a
together.
stir.
We got some zest that's going to go in there as well. Boom!
That looks good.
Yeah.
Just like that. And that is a nice little dipping sauce for your chicken and for the kebabs, the veggie kebabs when they come out. So it's very, very easy. The keyword is Woolworths. SMS that to 33728. That's Woolworths to 33728. Give a bit of a season here to our veggie skewers as
There
well.
we
Look
go.
at that. Beautiful.
Oh, it smells lovely.
And then you just take your chicken breast, you heat it up on the braai or in the oven or whatever you want to do, and you are good to go with a delicious, healthy meal. Perfect, especially if you have got kids, they're going to love that. Hey?
Definitely.
Quick and easy. And for some of us that are lazy to cook.
Look at you. Look
Great
at this
inspiration.
amazing dressing that you've made, man.
There
That's
we
a
go.
dipping
Yes, I
sauce.
can be a
Amazing.
chef.
Listen, if you want to see those steps once again, quickly take a look.
Yeah.
Well, dinner is sorted. Ewan just showed us how quick and easy it is to make a meal for 4 under 150 Rand from Woolworths. He made us some butter breast, chicken breasts, as well as some roasted veggies on a skewer.
That's it, including 6 cutie pies for dessert. We love it. And our chicken breast just went onto the braai right now. Remember, it is cooked, so we just need to heat it up. You go straight for dessert.
We go straight for dessert. I'm going to tuck in. There's no such thing as
but we like to keep it. We like to keep it simple. It's a Tuesday. You don't want to spend hours in the kitchen cooking for the family. Try this out. Go head on over to Woolies. Check out their specials. Eating for 150 Rand for 4. I think it's a great deal as well. The keyword here is Woolworths. SM's that to 33728. Really, are you seriously going in straight for the dessert?
I was having it for breakfast. It wasn't my idea.
Okay, no, you girls do. That's fine. Check it out on our website as well. Expressoshow.com. Love it.
Well, you know what? Woolies values what it means for family and for loved ones to be together, especially at Christmas time. And this is why this year they are helping 100 South Africans reunite with those most special to them. And if you would like to be reunited with your loved ones or know of someone who needs a helping hand in getting home this year, why don't you nominate a loved one or tell us your story, and we can make it happen with a bus ride or a plane ticket. How amazing is that?
It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And it's also easy to enter because all you need to do is to complete the easy entry form on www.bringithome.net. And remember, www stands for Woolworths. So www.bringithome.net. Add the name and surname of the person you would like to bring home. Complete the relevant information on the entry form. Then the most important part, you need to write a heartfelt motivation why you want to bring this person home. Select and agree to the terms and conditions. Then Bob's your uncle. You're good to go.
I love that. So would you like to bring someone special home this Christmas, or would you like to spend it with your loved ones? To get the link to the website, all you need to do is SMS the keyword home to 33728. Now, each SMS will cost you R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. The competition ends on the 9th of December 2018. Come on, South Africa, let's make Christmas one to remember.
That's right.
Well, how about you stick around with your feel-good breakfast show? It's a stunning Tuesday. I can tell you right now that everyone's just going super crazy on social media right now, loving Callum Scott. And you know what? We have more Callum Scott for you.
Look, I don't know where all the people came from when he performed, but it was like a stadium.
Yeah, it's like they opened up the buffet and then everyone was hungry.
Oh man, there he is right now.
And if you're hungry for more of that, look at that, all of that on the screen right there. We've got more of it, and with some coffee as well.
With some coffee as well. Thank you very much, Princess. Love it. Listen, it's also a hashtag Travel Tuesday.
Yes.
We are heading off to the most incredible and delicious destinations of that as well. But long layovers, it's a thing. It's a thing. What do you do? What do you do? So we'll sort you out with a couple of tips.
You listen to Callum Scott and you drink coffee
pretty
while
much,
you're having a long
lie
layover.
down in some corner of an airport. Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe.
I like that. Watch Expresso on YouTube.
What's your flavor? Cool down the tasty way this summer and enjoy a moment in between with Mac Cafe.
Throw them off and play. Give me something. I will be good to you. Hey, oh.
So no matter what,
Latest single.
Look at all the smiles you're causing. That's what
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to this Tuesday morning. Oh man, and I know that you've been loving it all across social media. You've been telling us so. You want more, Callum Scott. And yes, you have more. After performing his chart-topping single, You Are the Reason, here he is delivering his latest one called No Matter What.
When I was a young boy, I was scared of growing up. I didn't understand it, but I was terrified of love. Felt like I had to choose, but it was out of my control. I needed to be saved, I was going crazy on my own. It took me years to tell my mother I expected the worst. I gathered all the courage in the world. She said, I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. She wrapped her arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what. She loves me no matter what. I got a little older, wishing all my time away. Riding on the pavement, every sunny day was great. I trusted in my friends, then all my world came crashing down. I wish I'd never said a thing, 'cause to them I'm a stranger now. Well, I ran home, I saw my mother, it was written on my face. Felt like I had a heart of glass about to break. She said, I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. She wrapped her arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what, yeah. Now I'm a man and I'm so much wiser. I walk the earth with my head held higher. I got the love that I need, but I was still missing one special piece. My father looked at me. He said, I love you no matter what. I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. He wrapped his arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what. He loves me no matter what. They love me no matter what.
Callum, that's really, really special, man. That song comes from a very special place.
Pretty
man.
emotional.
Yeah?
Pretty emotional.
What was it like writing it and being able to say it to the world, because these are the people that matter the most to you, and they embrace you fully,
man.
and we love you no matter what. That's an amazing thing.
It's a song not just about my story, but about acceptance as a whole.
Yeah.
And I know some places we still have a way to go, but hopefully this song serves as a tool for people to be confident, for people to be a bit more compassionate. but I just want to put a bit more love into the world. So.
Yeah, and you're doing that with every single passionate note, man. We have loved every single moment of having you here, and we are counting the days until
I come back.
You're back here again. What's going to be happening when you get back home now?
So I go back to the UK. I'm releasing a special edition of my album, which is available November 30th. And then I have a special show in London, doing a few more TVs for the rest of the year, and then Christmas. And I get to spend it with my family. So I'm very much looking forward to just sitting with my family, having some good food and drinks, and just enjoying the time before 2019 and album 2.
Oh my goodness, so much to look forward to. And I can tell you that summers in South Africa are amazing. The food's great.
Come back.
Bring the family, just spend Christmas here, dude.
Absolutely.
How about we just organize a flight for them to just come now?
Have some bunny chow.
How about that? Well, we've enjoyed having you here. Let us know what you thought about those performances on our Feel Good Breakfast Show's social media platforms. But I think one more time, South Africans, even at home, wherever you are, Callum Scott, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
International news, 3 young men found guilty of the rape and murder of Stellenbosch University student Hannah Cornelius have each received 2 life sentences in the High Court in Cape Town. A 4th accused, convicted of kidnapping and armed robbery, received a 22-year sentence. After an almost 5-year delay, the Randburg Magistrates Court has launched an inquest into the murder of Rwandan President Paul Kagame's former spy master, Colonel Patrick Karegeya. He was found dead in a plush hotel in Johannesburg's upmarket Sandton suburb on New Year's Day in 2014. On the international front, Zimbabwe has invited bids for its state-owned airline as President Emmerson Mnangagwa's government pushes ahead with a drive to privatize and end state funding to loss-making firms. Only 3 of Air Zimbabwe's planes are operational, with another 3 grounded. And then finally, a Vietnamese-Australian woman accused of placing sewing needles in strawberries in a high-profile sabotage case was motivated by spite. A court in Brisbane heard yesterday the maximum prison term for contaminating goods in Australia was recently raised to 15 years. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport. Well, in your cricket news, the Protea women's cricket team beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in St. Lucia this morning to claim their first win of the ICC World T20. In soccer news, the South African Football Association have confirmed that Bafana will take on Paraguay in Durban next week, Tuesday, for the 2018 Nelson Mandela Challenge. In tennis news, world number 1 Novak Djokovic got his ATP Finals campaign in London off to a winning start as he beat American John Isner in straight sets yesterday. Well, that was your traffic news. I'll have a full bulletin for you at 8.
Thank you, Leanne. A look at your traffic right now. If you are in the Western Cape, Gugulethu, there is congestion on the N2 inbound between Robert Sobukwe Road and the M3. The average traveling speed there is 15 kilometers per hour with delays of up to 30 minutes. Please allow for extra travel time this morning. And then if you are in Gauteng, we look at Boysen on the M1 northbound. There are roadworks between the Uncle Charlie's interchange and the Crown interchange, causing heavy delays there. The average traveling speed there is 5 kilometers per hour with delays of up to 2 hours. Please use Klip Refere or Crownwood Road as an alternative route this morning. That's a wrap of your traffic for the day.
Right, let's quickly take a last look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Tuesday. And we just want to take a quick moment to say thank you to each and every one of you that sent in some beautiful pictures. Firstly, thank you to Alan Rudnicki for your beautiful skyline from Table View here in the Western Cape. Pat Anderson for your amazing sunrise from Amanzimtoti in KwaZulu-Natal. And lastly, Delia Burgos for your bold sunrise from the East Rand there in Johannesburg. Thank you very much for taking the time and sending your pictures. Been absolutely amazing to see what it looks like in your parts of the world. And we'll continue sharing more of your pictures right on your Feel Good Breakfast Show tomorrow. With regards to your temperatures going into your Tuesday, to start off, Polokwane on 22 and a scorcher later on today, 41 degrees. Mbolenhle 12.27, Pretoria 18.34, Johannesburg 16.33, Mahikeng 20.36, Klerksdorp also on 20 with a maximum of 36 degrees, Kimberley 20.38, Bloemfontein 17.36, Richards Bay 19.28, Pietermaritzburg 16.31, Durban 20.26, Mthatha starting off on 16, reaching a high of 38 degrees, East London on 17 and your maximum 26, Cradock 13.40, very, very hot in Cradock today, Port Elizabeth 15.23, George 14.20, Sutherland on 12 minimum, reaching a high of 27, Cape Town 16.21, Worcester 12 and a high of 29 degrees, Springbok 11.30 and Uppington on 22, reaching a high of 41 degrees Celsius, a scorcher in Uppington as well. Well, that's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Tuesday morning.
Well, it's time to spin our loot.co.za wheel. Now, we've already given away an amazing prize, and who knows, you could be here to stand an amazing chance to win a prize too. But before we do that, here's how you can get involved.
These are the steps on how to enter the loot.co.za Spin the Wheel competition and that ultimate 10,000 Rand loot.co.za voucher. Visit loot.co.za on the app or on your computer desktop. Register if you haven't done so already. Create a festive wish list by hearting the item on the app or add the wish list on your desktop to the value of 10,000 Rand. Screen grab the wish list, WhatsApp the picture to 071 640 6551 and you could win with spinning the wheel daily or the ultimate prize of the 10,000 Rand loot.co.za voucher.
That's how easy it is to get involved. On the line, we've got Shirlene from Cape Town. Good morning, Shirlene.
Good morning, Anna. How are you?
I am so well. How are you doing?
I'm very excited here.
I'm very excited for you. Shirlene, what in terms of the prizes do you have your eye on this morning?
The vacuum cleaner.
Oh my goodness, Shirlene, I was just looking at that and thinking that is levels right now. The prize that Shirlene's talking about is the Taurus Hexa Striker Automatic Hard Floor Vacuum Cleaner valued at 1,700 Rand. Amazing, Shirlene. I'm holding thumbs for you this morning. I'm going to give it a spin. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's see what prize you win. Okay, it's just going. Shirlene from Cape Town holding thumbs for the prize of her dreams, courtesy of loot.co.za. Which prize is it going to land on? It seems like it's landing on number 3. Is it going to find a home? No. It landed on number 2. You walk away with Sennheiser HD on-ear headphones valued at 1,255 Rand, Shirlene. Congratulations. That's still amazing, Shirlene. Those Sennheisers are amazing. The sound quality is excellent. Congratulations, my darling.
Thank you very much.
Woo, there we go. That's how we do right here on Expresso and loot.co.za. We give you the opportunity to win amazing prizes, but what's more is that if you go to loot.co.za, there's fantastic deals, and you can continue to entertain this summer with a snow-mastered compressor cooler valued at 7,299 Rand, but there's a saving of 2,200 Rand because this was actually brought down from 9,499 Rand. So some really amazing deals, but if you want to be a part of this baby right here, all you have to do is download loot.co.za, take a screenshot, send that to 071 640 6551, and who knows, we could be calling you a little bit later on the show.
All right, listen, what a Tuesday it's been. I think basically this face describes how everyone in South Africa is feeling about Callum Scott right now. loving him. And so we wanted you to ask some questions to him while he's here. So Jackie says, wow, good morning, fam. I'm so excited to see Mr. Scott. When did his journey for music start and what inspired him to take his dream further? And you were telling me your first memory of singing?
My first memory of singing was, I must have been about 5 years old, singing a TV theme tune with my grandma.
Yeah?
But then she used to say, oh, you've got such a beautiful voice, and I just thought she was being the typical grandma, being nice to her grandkid. I was like, shut up, grandma.
Shut up, grandma. And everyone's like, just, shut up and take our money, Callum. But what did that theme tune sound like?
It was Home and Away. I don't know it now. I was 5.
You were 5. Bulelo here says, it's my birthday today. Please sing for me. He's done that and so much more. Let's quickly browse through. I mean, look at that. Just love Callum Scott. Everyone loves you so much, dude. Get some more questions. Here's one. Minnie Makey says, Callum, what did you most like about South Africa?
I genuinely love the South African people.
Yeah.
You know, my fans in different territories in different places in the world all bring something different. And with the South African fans, they've been waiting for so long that when I saw them, they were just going wild.
Yeah.
And it was just such a pleasure performing to them over this weekend. I can't wait to come back.
Oh, man. All right. Super excited here, Simpiwe says. So who inspired you to take your dream further? This is from Simpiwe Fifi. So who inspired you to take your dream further?
It was my sister.
Yeah.
My sister has always been the performer of the family. She overheard me singing in my bedroom one day, put me into a karaoke competition where we live, and she just carried on believing in me. And then she put us for Britain's Got Talent. So it was kind of my sister, really.
Yeah. Oh my
She's the one who
God.
started it all. Yeah.
Is she still performing right now?
She is.
Yeah?
She had my nephew 2 years ago, so she's been busy with him. But she wants to start up a country band.
Oh, there we go.
Doing country music. Yeah, I think she'll be doing really well at it.
Pretty cool. Maybe you'll bring her along next time. So
Yes.
you're now Uncle Callum. Shireen here says, morning, Callum. Hope you stay amazing. What local artist from South Africa would you like to collaborate with? Now, that's an interesting question.
Yeah, it is an interesting question. You know what? I'm one of those people that don't... even when I knew I was coming here, I didn't Google anything. I didn't Google any recommendations because I kind of like to create my own adventures. And the same with South African artists. I wouldn't want to be like, oh, I'll choose the biggest. Because there must be so many artists here that have got so much talent. I would be up for working with anybody.
That's amazing to hear, and I'm sure there's lots of them trying to just ring you up right now, this very moment.
Absolutely.
Bonginko Siras, he says, good morning, fam. My question for him is that, did he have problems starting his career, and what are some of the obstacles that you faced? That's a great question.
Yeah, it is a great question. I think for me, because my start in music was so rapid, you know, I went from being in an office doing a human resources job to then being catapulted overnight to this level of fame. You know, it was quite an extreme change. And I think the obstacles I found was that I was going from being a very normal guy to being in this crazy whirlwind where you're in TV and radio and being recognized in the street. I think that was pretty hard to deal with actually at first, because I just wanted to make music. So that was a big obstacle for me, but I just run off of the belief of my fans, so I do anything.
But dude, you're handling it super well. You're like an HR practitioner for all of us here. We feel amazing in your presence, man. Another comment here from Cornell from Amadova says, I love your voice, your songs. Me and my son are such fans of you, Callum. Of your music that calms the soul. Very, very cool stuff. Tuli, do we have time for one more question? I think we have time for one more. My word, I'm losing it! My question for the amazing artist is, what is his inspiration for his music?
But my inspiration, I think because I didn't really know how to write songs after the show, I kind of started writing just using life as experience. So, you know, my inspiration was, you know, falling in love, falling out of love, the troubles I've faced all the way through my life, the successes, just everything, just taking inspiration from all corners of my life. So my first album, I had my whole life to draw from. Second album, I have 1 year to draw from. So it's gonna be a tough one, but I've got so much more that I still want to write.
Yeah, and we can't wait to hear all of it, mate. Thank you so much for your time and your gracious nature in being here so early in the morning to just wow our fans all across South Africa, and we can't wait to have you back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you right after these.
Just add dog. Get a free bed when you buy any Two Hills Canine bags.
So we are doing the things. Yes, let's get that beautiful sound from yesterday. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. 1, 2. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, and I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. was singing my song for you. I know your image of me is what I'd hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, baby, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. So baby, can't you see through me? We're alone now, and I was singing this song for you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. And what a show it's been so far. So exciting. Now, it's Travel Tuesday. And when it comes to long layovers, I mean, that's not something we generally, at least travelers, look forward to. So being stuck in an airport without anything to do can really get to a person. But it doesn't have to be boring and uninspired. In fact, our friends at Travel Start, they are here today to give us the ultimate guide for surviving and even enjoying long layovers. That's why we have Odette Farling here this morning to inspire us.
Listen, Odette, thank you very much. And I'm laughing because, like, you know, enjoying long layovers. I mean, I just want to get to my destination, but when there's a 9 or 10 hour layover that's staring you in the face, it is a little bit intimidating, I won't lie. I've had one of those recently. Okay, but what's the first things that we need to do or get ready when we know we have a long layover?
So first of all, you need to find out if you need a visa to leave the airport, because if you have the option to leave the airport, I'd highly recommend that.
Yeah.
Then airlines often give free day trips, free accommodation if you have a layover of 8 hours or longer. So find out if there's free sightseeing tours so that you can quickly see the town that you're stopping in.
Okay.
Well, I need to
That's not a bad
ask you,
idea.
how long must your layover be in order for you to consider leaving the airport?
So most airlines give you 8 hours, but it depends from airline to airline. Okay. If you have the option to leave the airport, I'd say that is a definite do. Then there's also other ways to really look at this. If you may be at an airport like Doha, for example, we were just chatting about this now, or any of the other big airports with lots of entertainment, see that as your time to go for shopping, because you have access to most of the big brands there. So you can either see it as, whoa, oh my gosh, I don't know where to find my gate, or you can see it as, yay, I can actually do all of my shopping here, and you don't have to spend the time that you have in a place to do your shopping in.
Look, it's just about finding stuff to do as well, because the layover that I had was in Doha Airport, and it is like an economy on itself. You know, there's so much happening, but I mean, I had 2 kids with me, so eventually I just started going up and down the SkyTrain, you know, that goes from one gate to the next, and that was fun. But what about
the first 5 minutes?
For the first 5 minutes, yeah, exactly. Then we passed out somewhere in a corner. But what about smaller airports? If you take a look, you're going to have a long layover at a smaller airport. What would be your ultimate tips for survival? Because it can get quite intense.
So first of all, find out from your bank if you get any sort of lounge access. Then, if you don't, find out if there is a lounge that you can pay to get into. If you have 2 small kids, then I'd highly recommend that. Make sure you've got lots of movies on download. Make sure you've got lots of snacks in smaller airports. Find out if there's a shower. There's nothing that refreshes you like a nice shower in between flights. Sometimes you find a gym in some of the smaller airports as well. So there's quite a lot to do in smaller airports. You just really need to be prepared and do a little bit of research. And you can always access free Wi-Fi in some way or another in airports as well. So I'd recommend finding about those.
Okay.
And Odette, when it comes to the bigger airports, the ones you kind of hope to have a longer layover, which ones are your favorite?
So Singapore, I don't know if you're aware, but Istanbul is busy building the biggest airport in the world, and Istanbul's really amazing for shopping especially. And then all of the countries in the UAE, so Doha, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, they're all absolutely amazing.
And I love they've got great facilities. I mean, great little playgrounds if you're going to be traveling with families. The shops, it's amazing as well. But I think more importantly, you guys at Travel Start, how can you help us with regards to those long layovers, or maybe even help avoid them altogether?
So if you come to our website and you do a search for the fastest route, then you will be able to see what is the shortest layover possible to get. So that's pretty easy. If you're traveling with a family though, I would recommend speaking to an agent. Call the number on your screen, because
that is coming on your screen.
It's floating around here
somewhere here. Because the agent will be able to tell you what is a kiddie-friendly airport and what is not. So you don't want to be stuck in Addis Ababa with two small children for even 5 hours. So I just really recommend speaking to an agent if you are traveling with the family.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
but ultimately, it doesn't matter what your layover time. Enjoy it because it's part of the journey.
It is,
right?
certainly is.
Yes. Look at this one. He's like, that was my outlook. Okay, I'm trying to be positive here.
Thank you so much for joining us. And there you go. Just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways. Check out travelstart.co.za for more.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Okay.
No, keep it on, honey. Keep
all
it
right.
on.
Well, listen, November is when we celebrate World Kindness Day. And in celebration of this, we thought we'd find a city in the world where it's been dubbed as the friendliest city in all of the world in the year 2018. So show off your geography skills and try and see if you can guess which city this is that we're looking at today.
Let the games begin. Okay, cool. So we're going to give you some amazing images like this one on the screen right now. But here are a few clues in case you need them. Now, this morning, we're looking for a city in Mexico voted as the friendliest city in the world 2 years in a row and famous for its colonial architecture. Also, the city debuted at #1 in the 2017 Condé Nast Reader's Choice Awards as the friendliest city in the world and has managed to maintain its #1 spot.
All right. Okay. Well, it looks like the place you want to be at. But the next clue for you here is a trip to the city must include a stop at El Jardin, this French-style plaza where the heart of the city, and you can find everything here from street vendors, live performances, artists, and an excellent view of the city's unique architecture. And the last clue is that if you are a fan of art, then Fabrica La Aurora is the first place to look. This fascinating art space is ideal if you want to purchase art or simply just enjoy the art.
Wow, it looks amazing. Definitely on my travel bucket list. So if you think you know where our mystery city is this morning, why don't you go to our Facebook or Twitter pages, use that official hashtag Expresso Show, and let us know where have we traveled to today.
Well, we know there's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica with the Tropica Smooth Fan Competition. We've been talking about this so much because there's fantastic prizes that's up for grabs.
That's right.
But you stand a chance of winning incredible instant prizes. Now, this week, Tropica lovers stand a chance of winning incredible prizes from Lewis, and of course, with Lewis having up to 36 months to pay same-day delivery and an optional extended 2-year guarantee, Lewis will really welcome our Tropica Smooth fans home.
That's right, and don't forget the grand prize of 250,000 Rand cash and a Honda Amaze Comfort CVT. The prize will also be fitted with genuine Honda seat covers. Now, all you have to do is buy a Tropica, you follow the details on the pack, select your favorite celebrity and stand a chance to win instant prizes, airtime, and so much more. Of course, those T's and C's do apply. You can find them at tropica.co.za.
That's right, get entering.
All right, well, we are going to take a quick commercial break. When we get back from it, it's Tuesday Tunes with Kat. Kat Maboe has got 3 songs for you to choose from. Head over to our social media real quick. Make your votes and your voices heard. We'll be with you after the break.
Yeah, that's right. And then we head to the kitchen where we make some indulgent chocolate ganache brownies. Oh, I cannot wait. It's like music in your mouth.
Yes.
Like a party in your mouth. After the break.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom. Aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
Yeah. Guys, go for it. You taught me precious secrets of a true love withholding nothing. You came out in front when I was hiding. listen to the melody, 'cause my love is in their hiding. Where there's no space or time, I love you for my life, you're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together, we were alone now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Tuesday, the 13th of November, if in case you didn't know. It's time for us to chat movies with JP Sebastian. We take a look at the latest movie trailers that's just been released. I have to admit, JP, when it comes to movie trailers, I get very excited because I hardly get time to go to the movies.
That's really sad. They just got her locked here in the studio. She's that much of a diligent worker. Shame. I'll drop you torrents every now and then.
Okay, so let's take a look at the first movie movie trailer that's been released called Ugly Dolls.
Ugly Dolls, yes. So actually based on a product which is called an ugly doll. So the thing's purposely designed to look asymmetrical. It's got 3 eyes rather than 2. It's got 1 skew and whatever, just to celebrate uniqueness. I wanted to ask you, because I know I had one, did you have a weird toy or a doll that only you understood or loved that no one else would?
You know what? I had a doll. Her name was Tesman, and I renamed her Greta. And it's just she was like a baby doll, but she wasn't ugly. I was quite fond of her. Yeah, and I didn't do ugly dolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greta. That's such a for a baby. That's a pretty strong name. I had an action figure that was just an army guy that was just a torso. I don't know if it's that I couldn't afford a full guy, but it's quite woke, ableist kind of thing.
So I see some cool people voicing in Ugly Dolls. Kelly Clarkson, I see Pitbull's in there.
Nick Jonas, Charlie
Wanda
XCX.
Skies.
So these are all musicians and the entire thing. I don't think it's going to be entirely a musical, but it's a vehicle, obviously, for the original songs that they're going to bring to it. But yeah, so the story being that you got these characters that live in Uglyville, and they're quite content to be what is conventionally termed ugly. They, however, find another place that's more perfect, and they decide to give it a visit with all the love in their hearts to welcome these neighbors, and these neighbors want nothing to do with them because. But you really don't need to get too deep into this. I think the kids are going to love it. It's colorful. And what I usually get concerned about is when you have large names like this in movies like this, or if you've got singers who are just going to, I don't know, contribute to a song and then leave. Then I worry that the animation is going to look kind of shoddy, but at least it looks really well done.
Good.
So it's balanced. It's not just like, oh, they blew cash on the voices.
Well, the chances are of there coming an earworm, the type of song that gets stuck in your head, is big.
That a 5-year-old is going to pester you with for yeah.
Cool. So the next movie trailer that's been released is Meet Mr. Link.
It is...
or The Missing Link.
The Missing Link, thank you.
I saw it there, Meet Mr. Link.
You wouldn't be incorrect. So Leica is one of my favorite studios. Leica did The Box Trolls, they did Coraline, and they did Kubo and the Two Strings, which is like one of 6 movies that I've given 10 out of 10 on Expresso. So they do masterpieces, and what's really great about this is that it's a dying art, I suppose, in the way of stop motion animation. This is where you move a little bit of the creature, and then you film, then you move another little bit, then you film. So it's like really arduous to do. So everything you're doing is like manually animated and not entirely computer stuff. Missing Link is this dude who's voiced by Zach Galifianakis, who is his own kind of ugly, but he's a sweetie pie, and he's this lovable character who is the link in our evolutionary chain between humans and our ancestors. But all he wants to do is find a place where he belongs and find his own family members. Hugh Jackman is the explorer who's going to help him do that, so also great voices here.
Newfound respect for Hugh Jackman. I mean, I'm very slow in catching up on movies.
The Greatest Showman?
I watched The Greatest Showman, but I watched Australia that was released 10 years ago for the first time the other day.
Was that also a musical?
My mind blown.
Because I haven't seen Australia.
It's a long movie that was released in 2008.
More than Newfound respect. I think you've got a crush.
I love Hugh Jackman. I can't wait to see him in this. I see Zoe Saldana's also on the lineup.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
But for me, like I said, it's the studio that if you haven't seen Kubo and the Two Strings, you really need to South Africa. It's a eye-shattering masterpiece. Eye-shattering is not a thing. And so this is definitely going to live up to the name and probably break more boundaries in animation that are going to be good for your soul, good for your kids, and good for your entertainment.
Exciting things. Well, JP Sebastian will be back with us a little bit later as we take a look at more movie trailers that's been released.
All right, it's that time of the morning where we look at the votes that have come through on Twitter of all the different artists and songs that you want to be hearing Kat sing for you on #TuesdayTunes with Kat. Now, your options this morning are songs for you, Oceans, as well as Maniki's Roo. And as you can see, at 44% in the lead is a song for you. So, Kat, take it away.
Places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs and I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted up my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now and I'm singing my song. I know your image of me is what I'd hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. Baby, can't you see through me? We're alone now. Sing my song for you. You taught me precious secrets of a true love, withholding nothing. You came out in front, when I was hiding, and now I'm so much better. And if my words don't come together, listen to the melody, 'cause my love is in there hiding. Space or time. I love you for my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together. We were alone now, and I was singing my song for you.
Thank you very much, Kat. #TuesdayTunes. We are feeling what a special day musically as well.
I know.
Callum Scott and Arkatlejo, lovely stuff, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Certainly, and we've got quite the crowd here today. But we are taking the quickest of breaks when we get back. JP Sebastian, he's still with us in studio, and we'll take a look at some of more more of the movie trailers that's been released.
Absolutely, and then we're going to be heading into the kitchen. We've been talking about it all morning. We've been salivating around it all morning. Delicious chocolate indulgent ganache brownies. You don't want to miss that recipe, and you could whip it up in your own kitchen once we show you how. It's very easy. Stick around after the break.
Add a little goodness to your day, your friend's day, and make your school's year as the Crush Share the Goodness campaign returns. Last year, the Crush crew gave away 10,000 pairs of shoes to school children across South Africa. By watching Expresso from spring through the summer and refreshing yourself with your favorite Clover Crush flavor, you stand daily chances of winning for yourself, your friends, and school. Details to follow on Expresso.
Okay, guys, get
Yeah. Less than 2 minutes. Okay.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand. And
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso. We're talking movies with JP Sebastian, but before we take a look at the latest movie trailers released, we have a special shout-out.
Yes, my shout-out. I'd like to send a shout-out with the camera. Thank you. Vivian Sebastian, that's you. If any of you, by the way, have complaints about this,
Auntie Vivian.
80 kilograms in front of you, it's her fault, but also say happy birthday to her today. Mom, I love you, and I'll buy you something sweet later.
Aw, happy birthday,
Not show
Mama
you any horror
Sebastian.
movies.
There we go.
Mama Sebastian.
You
So-
have to make it very special for her.
Yes, I will.
Maybe take her to the movies?
I should, and it's been a while. What is the last thing I went to go watch with her? Anyway, that's for another day.
We can get to that
a lot
later.
of payback to do.
So a movie by the name Zoo.
I'm not going to take a mom to see this, and I doubt you should too. It is, it's a romance in essence, but it's also a zombie apocalyptic kind of movie.
Yeah, I'm seeing that's not Rust.
Remorse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not necessarily breakfast friendly.
Because I just said to JP, I'm looking at these names. I'm like, I don't recognize any of the names, but maybe if I see the face, I would. And you said no, that's
you
not
know
possible.
a bunch of Danish people. Because what I want to do sometimes as well is, of course, we're going to talk about gigantic movies that are coming out, the huge money spinners and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes I want to show you something that's really small, and then that if you in your own way can find eventually when it does come out. There's no date for this yet in SA. Then maybe you can do that on your own time, like the little niche things. And this is super niche because it's like I said, it's a comedy, drama, romance type thing where a couple is married and they're young and they're trying to figure things out and they don't know if it's going to work. And then when it rains, it pours. A zombie invasion breaks out and they have to lock themselves in their apartment. they have these two creepy-looking folks who have their own designs on what they want to do with the apartment show up. They don't know them, complete strangers, and they decide, do we take them in? Do we team against them, or do we work together against the zombie threat? You're not looking too pleased by this. Zombies not your thing?
Okay, well, listen, I was quite enjoying the animations we were looking at earlier, and I believe we have another animation coming up.
A palate cleanser, if you will.
Palate cleanser, okay.
So, yes.
That's cute. Secret Life of Pets.
Have you seen the first one?
I saw the first one.
Yay, she's seen a movie, and that's probably like the second you've seen in 30 years. Secret Life of Pets 2 is kind of a movie that didn't necessarily need a sequel, but it made $900 million, the first one, so hey, why not?
People love their pets. People go to the extreme for their pets. Yeah, so it's only cute that you see what pets would do in animation.
And what's also quite sweet about it is that, you know, it's not a movie that needs a meteorite that's about to strike Earth or large apocalyptic zombies or anything like that. It's just the day-to-day of silly animals being silly. What's really interesting about this one, and you'll hear in the trailer, is when you go listen to the sound on your own when JP's voice isn't blabbing, is that Louis C.K. was voicing the first one. He was outed recently as being a sexual abuser, and he's a horrible person for that. Unfortunately, they dropped him. They got Patton Oswalt to do the voice of Maxie now instead. So that's not an entirely bad thing. In fact, it's a great thing. Patton Oswalt previously did the voice for Remy the Rat in Ratatouille.
Yes.
So this is a competent guy, and definitely will contribute in a way that is going to make that sign completely moot. Well, not moot, but pointless, because I'm sure you'll have
everyone will laugh. We love good animal movies.
Yeah, and animals on screens.
Okay, well, exciting things to look forward to for movies still to come. JP Sebastian, of course, our movie guru, and I hope you spoil your mom today for her birthday.
Yeah, I was like, why? I was just staring at the ground. I was like, what am I going to buy?
Okay.
Like,
well, flowers is a good start.
Thank you very much.
Listen, Mama Sebastian will make sure he spoils you. He'll be back on Thursday as we take a look at movies and see how many popcorns he's willing to dish out.
A clap for not getting the right flowers.
Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt, made with love by Clover.
Well, it's time for us to be in our favorite part of our loft this morning. It is the kitchen. And of course, we're making some extremely creamy, moist, and full of chocolate goodness, chocolate ganache brownies. They are sinfully delicious today and based on the velvety, creamy taste of Clover Bliss Double Cream. They are truly indulgent, also nutritious, and simply just a decadent treat because we need to spoil ourselves. It's Tuesday. And of course, Grace is here to show us how to make these, and we're joined by Mpo this morning in the kitchen.
Hey.
Grace, so good to have you in the kitchen. Now, when it comes to all things delicious and decadent and like cakey and yummy, you're the expert on it.
You gotta call me.
You're the girl. What do we need for our delicious brownies that we're making today?
So we're starting off with this hazelnut bliss. Does that not sound?
I can't deal. Mpo, how are we going to deal today? Already it's yummy.
I know. And this is so simple and easy because you've got all your dry ingredients. So we've got some flour and some salt.
All right.
Throw in our cocoa and sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got our eggs. Some vanilla goes in there.
Alrighty.
And of course our bliss.
Our creamy bliss, which we love, of course.
Yeah.
And this morning we are using the Clover Bliss Double Cream.
Oh, absolutely.
Does that add a certain je ne sais quoi to what we're making today? The fact that it's double cream?
It does. It definitely makes it a lot more moist.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if you want them to last longer, I don't know, in my house, these things don't last.
Oh, no, they don't last at all.
So,
have you ever attempted a brownie before?
No, I haven't. This is my first, actually, so it's exciting to see.
So you could very well go home with something new that's just going to blow everybody away.
I can't wait.
Oh, yes. Now, if you want to make friends, I mean, you just bake them brownies.
And I can imagine that if you just rustle this up when, you know, guests arrive and they come out of the oven and they're delicious and just baked, that's got to be even more amazing.
Oh, yes, they walk into your house and they can smell this, Leanne.
How to make friends instantaneously.
Oh, yes. If they weren't friends before, they're definitely going to be friends afterwards.
I love it.
Do you want to mix that?
Of course, certainly.
Look at that, girl.
Do you trust me with this? I'm going to
Of course we trust you. Now, this recipe is bliss strawberries and cream, and of course, it is absolutely indulgent, but very healthy as well, and it's healthier than actually having chocolate. It is a guilt-free treat, and that is why we love it. It's also a source of 10 vitamins. Don't you just love that we're also getting our vitamins in there, too?
Absolutely.
I'm available for that.
I feel like dipping my finger in here.
I think you should taste it. Well, a good chef always has
That's
to taste.
my favorite part, though. That is my favorite part. Go for it.
Okay, hold on to that whisk there.
I love.
So we're just going to pop it into this tin, and then it goes in the oven.
How long are we
180
gonna bake it
degrees
for?
for about half an hour.
Okay.
You're just going to make sure that when you put your tester in, you don't put it in the middle for brownies. You put it in about a third of the way in.
Okay.
And it needs to come out nice and...
Why are we not putting it in the middle again?
Because we want them to be gooey, because they're brownies.
Gooey?
So if you put it in the middle, they are going to be gooey. All right, look at that.
Is it a problem that I would actually just sit with this entire bowl and just eat it like this?
I think so. Topping for ice cream.
Oh, stop it. Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right, so if you would like this recipe, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll gladly send you this very easy recipe and the link to all of the ingredients and how you make this, and you could be making this yourself. So before we do anything else, take a look at how we made this amazing recipe.
Delicious, gooey chocolate brownies should be enjoyed fresh out of the oven. So why not try this recipe for indulgent Clover Bliss chocolate ganache brownies that'll have everyone asking for more. For this recipe, you'll need 3/4 cup Clover Bliss double cream hazelnut, 2 eggs, half a cup of flour, half a cup of dark chocolate melted, 1/4 cup cocoa powder, 1/4 cup caster sugar, 2 tablespoons butter melted, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, a pinch of salt, half a cup of dark chocolate chopped, and half a cup Clover fresh cream. Add the flour, cocoa powder, caster sugar, and salt into a mixing bowl. And mix well to combine. Next, add the eggs, Clover Bliss double cream hazelnut, vanilla essence, and butter to another bowl, and mix well to combine. Then add the liquid mixture into the dry ingredients and fold them together until combined. Next, fold the melted chocolate into the batter and pour the mixture into a prepared baking tin. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. For the chocolate ganache, bring the Clover fresh cream to the boil. Remove from the heat and add the dark chocolate. Allow the chocolate to sit in the cream for 2 to 3 minutes before whisking to combine. Pour the chocolate ganache over the cooling brownies. Allow the ganache to set before serving. Based off the velvety, creamy taste of Clover Bliss double cream, they are truly indulgent, also nutritious, but simply just a decadent treat.
Made with love by Clover.
That keyword, once again, Clover to 33728. Now, Grace has just made our chocolate ganache, which is chocolate and cream, and she's busy putting the final touches on our delicious brownies. And we were like, Mpo, are you going to taste? She's like, yes! That's what I'm like, excuse you? Oh, that looks so delicious. And of course, these are the finished ones here, because this is TV. This is how we do it, by the way, Mpo. I don't know if you've ever experienced anything like this, but have a bite, my darling.
A week already.
Have one with the raspberry, because those are
Yes. Ooh, look, it comes with the extra.
I'm going to live my life through you. Give us a taste. Tell us what you think. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, the sound effects.
That's all we need. That's all we need. And it seems like Mr. I ordered cake for breakfast also wants a little something. Tabby, so get in here, honey. There we go. There we go. Of course, if you would like to have this, all you have to do is SMS Clover to 33728.
Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt, made with love by Clover.
Hashtag yum, in the words of Katlego Maboe.
Is that it?
It's a whole lot of deliciousness. What? Is it that? Yeah, did I get it right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Deliciousness. Okay, well, we're going to be taking an ad break. It's a very special Tuesday. Of course, when we come back, one more chance for you to win with our loot.co.za spin the wheel competitions with great prizes up for grabs. Absolutely. And then this man will perform for us with his incredible band once again this morning. It's hashtag Tuesday Tunes with Kat. So log on to our social media pages, go cast your vote, and we will see what he will be performing for us after the break. Stick around.
Go for it, go for it.
where feet may fail. My faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Yes, we're back with our loot.co.za and Expresso wheel, where you can walk away with amazing prizes as we spin one more time this show. But before we get into it, here's how you can get involved.
These are the steps on how to enter the loot.co.za Spin the Wheel competition and that ultimate 10,000 Rand loot.co.za voucher. Visit loot.co.za on the app or on your computer desktop. Register if you haven't done so already. Create a festive wish list by hearting the item on the app or add the wish list on your desktop to the value of 10,000 Rand. Screen grab the wish list, WhatsApp the picture to 071 640 6551 and you could win with spinning the wheel daily or the ultimate prize of the 10,000 Rand loot.co.za voucher.
There we go. That's how easy it is to get involved. Let's find out who's on the line. Margaret, all the way from Soweto. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you, Margaret? Margaret, hello. Are you there? Margaret, are you still with us? I think we may have lost Margaret. All of the excitement is too much. Okay, we're going to try and get hold of Margaret once again, but let's look at some of the cool prizes. New to the mix, ladies and gentlemen, is a Samsung grill microwave oven with mirror door valued at 2,499 Rand. How amazing. We've also got that Taurus Hexus Striker automatic hard floor vacuum cleaner, 1,700 Rand. We've got a Braun Sommelier long slot toaster at 1,149 Rand. And then also in this wish list, we've got an Eco Monaco American Aviator luggage set valued at 2,300 Rand. Unfortunately, we've lost Margaret. We're going to try and get hold of her again as we, of course, try and spin our loot.co.za wheel one more time.
Ah, man, that totally sucks. If you're going to enter, make sure you've got your cell phones on and ready to be called on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. It's that time of the morning. Kat and the band, they're ready to give us their third and final performance of the morning. It's called Oceans by Hillsong United.
Oceans deep, my faith will stand, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Your grace abounds crystal waters, your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed and you won't start now. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. For I am yours, and you are mine.
Absolutely incredible performance. But we found our caller, Margaret from Soweto. Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning.
Margaret, you made me so worried. Okay, cool. I'm going to spin the wheel for us. You're the last caller today. So let's see what happens. Are you ready, Margaret?
I am ready.
In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Let's see what Margaret's going to win today. Amazing prizes up for grabs. What will it be? What number is going to land on? Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Will it end on number 7? It looks like it's going to go to 6. so glad we could spin the wheel. Have an amazing day.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I love it. This is how we do it right here with our loot.co.za wheel, but there's amazing things. Go to loot.co.za. You'll also find the Snowmaster compressor cooler now valued at 7,299 Rand. It was 9,499 Rand. You saved 2,200 Rand, but there's so many more amazing deals. Go and check it out, and we will be spinning the wheel tomorrow again.
Well. What a Tuesday it's been, man. Well, thanks so much for joining us.
What a beautiful performance, my brother.
Thank you.
I had so much fun. The love and the energy is magical. Thank you.
Thank you for cooking with us. I hope you enjoyed our chicken and our brownies and our pie.
Hey, also, big thank you to Callum Scott for just gracing us with your presence and energy today. It was great having you here. Hope you enjoy a wonderful Tuesday. See you bright and early tomorrow morning. We love you guys. Bye.
Cheers.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.